At the iconic Bharat Mandapam, the second global conference of meditation leaders brought together a powerful gathering. Leaders the iconic Bharat Mandapam, the second global conference of meditation leaders brought together a powerful gathering. Leaders and policymakers from across the globe representing government, corporates, education, healthcare, and social sectors. All united by a shared realization meditation is no longer an option, it's a necessity. The conference was high on energy and intent. It wasn't just about inner silence, it was about meaningful action. Simple science-based tools like meditation, grounded in neuroscience and timeless wisdom, emerged as enablers of personal clarity, professional excellence, and positive social change. With the presence of the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, along with other distinguished global speakers, the message was clear. The time to integrate inner well-being into mainstream system is now. Let's listen to some of these inspiring voices.
In this dark tunnel of depression and despondency, meditation emerges as a beacon of hope. It's a north star for enlightenment and a lighthouse when you are in trouble.
Yan in Sanskrit, if you split this sandhi, it is di plus yan. So di means ultimate wisdom, divine knowledge. Yan in Sanskrit means vehicle. So vehicle that transports us to this ultimate wisdom is dhyan.
Meditation is creating the power for me to be able to bring out those beautiful divine sanskars of the soul in action.
In our research, we have found meditation has been followed in all traditions all over the world in some form or the other from time immemorial.
Excellence is never transient. It is well planned, well executed, with energy and direction.
Meditation is a self-experience. You cannot go and get meditation done by somebody else for you. You need to learn yourself. You need to experience it yourself. This is experiential knowledge.
That meditation is helping to people manifest meditation. Engage in the power of our mind and power of our inner power. And meditation increases those of both of them. So whatever you think, you can try.
So what do I have to do to make it a sustainable planet? So then plant trees and eat plants and then reduce waste, avoid plastic.
Letting go is a surrender. It's a deep surrender. It's a positive thing. Letting go is not a weakness. It is a strength.
Whenever we do our practice or sadhana or meditation, to reach to that state of nirvikalpa samadhi, you are open to learn.
So here the spiritual tablets mean they are not just physical pills or an ointment or an injection. These are all intellectual principles. Starts with meditation, intense meditation, of course, which is very, very important. That is the fuel to go forward.
Meditation should be part of life. It should become a way of life. And meditation to be brought into all aspects of life. And that is the way of life that we have to do.
As many applications of meditation you talk about, this is what we are aiming at. We want to achieve a state which is inducing alertful rest on one side. We are alert yet relaxed.
The first port of call I would submit are our schools and colleges. Can we start now thinking about how to reach them? How do we create a cooperative movement for meditation within the cooperative ecosystem of our nation?
For that knowledge to sublimate and mature into realization, there is something called sadhana, and meditation is one of the important aspects of sadhana.
When you meditate under a pyramid, and under the pyramid you intend something, you place that wish underneath it, and you keep on energizing that pyramid, the manifestation process happens way faster.
To wake up at 2 a.m. because another one at the end of the world need the help. You have this collaboration, that has to be deep in the culture of everyone in the team. And that's what I could see meditation practice and mindfulness bring to my own team.
So with meditation, we transform our thoughts, we transform our emotions. And when we transform our emotions, everything outside us starts changing, because our thoughts and emotions changes the vibration.
In one sense, prepare them to what? For a life. The whole idea of preparing them for a job, for a career, for growth is again for their life in a sense. But in the process, the very basis of creating them, educating for living a life is totally lost.
With the United Nations declaring December 21 as the World Meditation Day, the world is beginning to recognize the importance of meditation in personal, professional, and social life. It was truly inspiring to see leaders and policymakers speak about how meditation can be meaningfully implemented across various sectors. This global conference beautifully aligned with the vision of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation to nurture a world led by meditative, compassionate, and purpose-driven leaders. The seeds of impactful leadership were sown. This wasn't just a conference, it was a beginning, a bold step towards more aware, aligned, and awakened world. The movement continues.
Spiritual scientific wisdom means we are energy and we are all interconnected. We create our own reality through our thoughts and feelings. The world has abundance for all.
When you are doing mindfulness, when you are being meditation, whatever you do, you should do with full focus, full attention. The more you practice mindfulness, the more you get into meditation.
Meditation helps develop a spiritual scientific mindset. To do meditation means to empty one's mind and to know oneself. The Foundation conducts its flagship 40-day program designed for both leaders and aspiring leaders. The Foundation also conducts numerous corporate programs across the world. Spiritual scientific wisdom on meditation, physical, mental, and emotional health, relationships, manifestation, and the importance of service is taught. Other programs, including youth program, regional language sessions, full moon meditation nights, intensive meditation sessions, multi-day advanced meditation retreats, and manifestation workshops. The Foundation's vision is to create meditative, compassionate, and purpose-driven leaders and individuals. Its purpose is to empower organizational leaders, entrepreneurs, students, and homemakers with scientific meditation wisdom that fosters well-being, meaningful relationships, clarity, and growth. Its founder, Mr. Chandra Pulumarisetti, is a chief meditation coach, former VP at IBM Corporation, and a board member at Pyramid Valley International. One of the co-founders is Lawrence Gihar Jolie, a former GM at IBM Corporation and a corporate mindfulness mentor. And the other co-founder, Vani Chandrasekhar, is an experienced spiritual counselor. Inspired by the grand meditation master Brahmarshi Patriji and mentored by Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan, Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam, and Dr. Newton Kondaveti, the Foundation is operating globally with volunteers and participants across several countries. The foundation has greatly flourished with the insight and wisdom of the mentors involved and has remained steady and focused on its vision. With the drive of the foundation's core leadership, the influence of its mentors, and the unwavering support of its employees and volunteers, many successful events have been conducted since the foundation's inception. Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation organizes thousands of sessions and continues to transform millions of people through the practice of breath mindfulness meditation. The foundation regularly publishes books and magazines on meditation, and it has also created meditation courses on the online platform Udemy to support self-paced learning. The foundation's Project Excellence and Project Meditation create deep awareness about meditation among senior leadership in corporate and government sectors. This is achieved through global and regional conferences, the development of hundreds of scientifically trained meditation coaches, and the rollout of the Buddha CEO mobile app, a corporate meditation technology platform designed for leaders, employees, business owners, youth, and graduating students. The Buddha CEO mobile app offers empowering multi-day meditation courses rooted in science, delivered by corporate leaders. It serves as a comprehensive hub for employee well-being, fostering engagement, creativity, innovation, and personal growth. By integrating meditation into daily routines, it enhances mental clarity, resilience, and leadership potential, enabling individuals to thrive in both their professional and personal lives. In-person sessions have taken place across cities in India, USA, UK, Bangladesh, and the Middle East, led by Masters Chandra and Vani, further strengthening the Foundation's global presence.
Manifestation, a dream manifestation, in black and white, the concept of a Buddha CEO. For this Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, we should have a tagline. It should be Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Yoga is meditation. Karma is action. Kaushalam is efficiency.
The Foundation continues to do remarkable work, bringing significant healing, life transformations, self-empowerment, and growth to thousands of individuals and several organizations. It remains deeply grateful to Brahmarshi Patriji, Swarnamala Patriji, and to all its mentors. The Foundation relies on the active support of its participants, volunteers, and trustees, and expresses heartfelt gratitude to them. The Buddha CEO team thanks its volunteers and donors for their commitment and contributions and warmly invites everyone to join this noble mission.
Initially, you are thinking, okay, I would like to do this business, in my community, and then, okay, Iowa is a great market. But then later, suddenly it'll expand into why not the entire United States? Why not the entire globe? Your vision start expanding automatically. Now, meditation is a catalyst, we know it. So, it's a natural process for anyone to grow, but meditation, a catalyst. So, it accelerates things pretty quickly, right? So, the second phase is expansion. So, all our dreams and projects, everything will grow, provided we are in the process. We are doing the things right. That is our meditation, our wisdom, learning, and then we are constantly interacting with them, getting motivated, inspired with people. These three things have to be done always. So phase 2 is about expansion of our targets, of our work, right? Significantly we expand. PMC started and said, okay, I would like to go and then have from YouTube one channel. Now you see, I don't know how many of you know, PMC Telugu has like 12 channels. I mean, 12, apart from many branch offs, they have like 25, 30 channels now. Each one has got millions of subscribers. Okay, expanded vision. Start with one meditation channel, but then expand vision to so many. All right, so many wings, branches, everything come. But third phase will go where we integrate. We have to come together to integrate people together, right? Individually we grow, but collectively come together. 1 + 1 becomes 11, not 1.5, right? And so we will approach that model. Even spiritual masters also come together and integrate. We got to come together, integrate. Now the GCML that you saw is a project of integration. We had heartfulness there. We had Brahmakumaris there. We had Vyasa. I don't know. All right, so Narendra Modi used to go to regularly to his campus in Bangalore. And so then he was there, and of course, Buddha Siva's coach program is certified by them now. They're a deemed university, and so we have certification. When they allowed our meditation, that he is a good friend of Patrisa. The moment we met him and said, we are doing this coach program, scientific and everything, because he knows. And then he said, yes, we will be happy to certify a coach program. So we have a certification from them so that you have something very well recognized in the world in the field of yoga and meditation. Right? A Bangalore University or some university giving your certification for meditation is different from Vyasa is giving, because Vyasa, if you look up, they'll have hundreds and hundreds of publications on yoga that are published. Now we want to drive the research towards meditation more and more. They've done less on meditation, more on yoga, and this is our intention to work with them to move it into the meditation. But he was there. So we had many organizations coming together and then having this whole meditation to go. One of the members there is Planning Commission members. When I met people during this course of this whole global conference of meditation leaders, the beauty is that we all can live with so much hope, because in Indian government, many senior people are meditators. They've got an amazing clarity, and they want to see that everybody becomes a meditator. This Planning Commission member is a meditator. He is in charge for health, and he's an AIMS doctor, senior AIMS doctor, head of some department, and became Planning Commission member. Planning Commission, means Niti Aayog now. Means for next 5 years, billion people they drive the strategy and policy, right? So very important. What did he speak about? Dr. Vinod Pal. What did he speak about? He said, and it is beautifully laid out, I would like to see that every student and a child get to meditation. This is what he was saying. I would like to see that there is something called Anganwadi, where these young mothers, right, mothers who are carrying and mothers who are nurturing young babies, and then they'll be taken care and they're introduced to meditation, so that then their emotions are nicely playing onto the children. So he got his priorities right. He said, these are the places that we have to immediately go, right? So we got some great people. Ministry of Ayush, they're all are full of meditators. I met a joint secretary in legal department. He's like full of meditation, exuberating so much of positivity in legal, right? So we felt that there are all the top bureaucrats are beautifully set up to take meditation into this process, and it is bound to happen, dear friends. Right? It is bound to happen. There's so much positive hope. What it came out was that okay, we just need to go and work. We don't limit ourselves and say what's going to happen with me. I'm here sitting here, but we were in Bangalore. We don't have a base in Delhi. Of course, we have a few Buddha Seva leaders are there, but then just like how some of the masters all came from outstation, that's how we go. And we went, 25 of us went 10 days before, we camped there, and then all my team was there, and then plus a local team together, we were able to execute this event. And then people were like, sir, we don't hire professionals for our events. Okay, now this is in Bharata Mandapam, we are inviting all the chief guests. They said, the people were there, like, how can you have vice president coming and this and that, and you don't have any professional agency to run these events? They were scared, will we be able to do it properly? They will follow the VIP protocols. And then later they said it's one of the best events they ever come across in the way it's organized, because the meditation power is so much. Your commitment is so much, right? And so it was very, very well received. And meditation is most certainly is going deeply in Indian governments, and so through that, rightfully it will come to the world. That's our prediction, that it will come to the world rightfully through India taking the lead, rightfully, and so be it, right? It doesn't matter for us wherever it comes from, but it needs to go and needs to come to every part of the world, okay? If in Indian government officials are already readily resonate with the message, it must be true everywhere. It must be true everywhere, because consciousness is naturally setting up people in the right positions. So we need to go and touch them, right? This RCML that we are doing are the ignas like this. We have to touch government officials. We have to touch some policy makers, bring awareness, because all of it will culminate in the end somewhere. They all will speak, right? They all will speak during dining time, and then here and there they'll say, okay, I went to this meditation event, it's great, seems like it's important. One word somebody at the dining table gives it, some congressman takes it and goes somewhere, isn't it? That's how it goes. So dear friends, so we look at and say every opportunity we must utilize to move into policymakers. Now think about this. Brahma Kumaris as an organization started 100 years ago, 1930s, close to 90 years now, right? Brahma Baba started that time in Lahore. Now 90 years later, he keep hearing from Karthikeyan sir, because he's a good friend of them, that they have about 1 million followers readily there worldwide. How many million people are there in the world? How many million people are there? 8,500 millions. 8,500 million. After 90 years, one organization which is so respected organization has about 1 million followers, meaning deeply they are there. When you send a call, they'll immediately respond with something. When are we going to reach 8,500 million then? When will we reach 8,500 million? After 90 years of Brahma Kumaris and 100 years old organizations, a big organizations, they're all at the end of the day will be only counting million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. That's where it is. Those who seriously practice meditation, unless the state comes into picture, the government comes into picture, then it is going to be an ideology spreading ideology. So we got to get there, dear friends. We got to get there. We got to move into the official environments, right? We have to figure out a way where a meditation goes into schools in structure. It cannot depend on Anjali madam being called. Oh, I need meditation, call Anjali madam. It has to move from there to, oh, meditation, it is there. It is there in your corporate environment, it is there in your schools by default being taught. So the literature has to be there. That's where Patrice sir did the first step. In PMC, it moved from master to a channel, a medium. We say now these days, okay, go to PMC and learn. Right? So dependency is removed on people, isn't it? Otherwise, your phone number has to be accessible. You have to check email. Otherwise, that person doesn't have it. But here it's accessible all the time. So that's how we think about how do we move this into a system. Education is a great system. Then once you have the syllabus, structure, courses, then it runs. Right? It runs, universities decide, and then it runs and it goes into it. So our efforts, and then Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation is working in these areas most of the time while we are of course, coming and then meeting people as much as possible and doing it. A lot of our effort goes in how to reach it to the policymakers, awareness creation. And then this St. Louis RCM is also a similar direction. We are working, we are reaching out to many government officials there. It is okay to start somewhere, it doesn't matter. We can't conquer the world. You have to start with a village, but we want to conquer the world, but start with a village, right? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And so then we are okay to start with the little St. Louis commissioner or whoever that is, but we are definitely having some of them to come, mayor and some of them. And if you know any officials that they can respond, please do invite. And it'll be great to have them sort of come sit down for a couple of hours, get to know scientifically what meditation can offer. In this conference, that's what it's going to be later. We'll play a little video about this too. But our efforts are there. Buddha Siva Quantum Foundation is trying to reach out to the government sector as much. We're also working to see how to enter into UN bodies in case somebody knows somebody in UN, because these global bodies are a great idea and notion that we would like to go in and then talk about this. Every meditation is great. So in integration, we don't say pyramid meditation is special. We got to really understand this. There's no fanaticism. The moment we are fanatic about something, then we are stuck up there, dear friends. Remember this point. We are not fanatic about what specifically pyramid meditation is great. Who is great? Tell me. Who is great, madam? Is some meditation is greater than other meditation? Right? Is beggar anything lower than a very, very rich man? It's not there. They're all there. There are so many techniques are there, so many practices are there. Of course, there are simple, some are simpler, some are better, right? Some are simpler, some are faster, but everyone resonates. So we want to encourage, and then we want to have that inclusivity in bringing all meditation practices together. Now, when we met these government officials, you know what they said? You guys do us one help. I'm ready. Dr. Vinod Paul said, I'm ready. But you all have to figure out and come with a standard protocol. What will I promote and what will I go in and recommend to schools and then corporates and say, what is the practice? If you have 100 people come and say, mine is best and mine is better, mine is best, then how do I know what to recommend then? You come out with a standard protocol, and that is something I need help from you. So then we can say something. What is standard protocol? They're saying, okay, every meditation at least must close your eyes. There are people say, okay, open eyes, walk this and that. So agree on some basic things, right? And so that way then government can formulate some general guidelines and say, okay, this is what meditation means. And so then you all can have an understanding, and thereafter they can branch off and say what you like. But there is some work to do, dear friends, okay? But we have to move a collective thought into bringing state into the involvement, if you'd like scale to happen. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million here, there. Isha, you go and look up, okay, of course there are millions of people out there. But then at the end of the day, people who really sincerely practice have transformed lives, few. We know it, right? So much more to happen. And so that means it has to be there, day in and day out, through system to officials, official channels, all right? And who will do it if we don't start? Should we wait for somebody to come and start this, or should we do it? What do you say? We have to do it. Who will come? The change has to begin from us, and so we have to do it. We'll start the process. Like you plant the trees, 50 years later somebody benefits. It's okay, right? But we start the process. And so we started at PSSM. We started this journey. We are walking the path. And we are actually right now working in integrating a technical subject and meditation, which is about 4-month course, into the government platform called Swayam platform, which is once you have it. And then it becomes a credit course. We are working on a 4-credit course, 2 courses, 2 credits and 2 credits. And so that then they go into this platform, and so then we'll work with different universities, which is where our conferences bring. We bring academicians to the conferences. And so if they like it, the professors can recommend and say, okay, we'll integrate that course into our subject. And so then it goes into universities. So there are different steps are there we're working through in trying to figure out how meditation can go into that as a course, right? Then what happens, a student does not have to take it as extra. It becomes part of the curriculum. Then they also feel interested, because they put effort today to learn extra. Over effort they have to do. They all say, sir, already our subject, our syllabus is so tight, so much, I don't have time. How can I add something extra? So people are not interested today, in many cases. Only passionate teachers will drive. But otherwise they're saying, we are so loaded, how can I take something extra? And so they hold there, right? And so we need to do the right things for student community and teacher community also. Appreciate and take it. And which is one way is to make this a credit course, like how yoga became a credit course. Meditation also must become a credit course. We're working towards it, dear friends. And so we're always welcoming anyone who wants to join hands in this effort, all right? In whichever way they'd like to volunteer for some long-term volunteering work, all right? Your efforts are not visibly seen today. These are going to take months of work to continue to work on this policy means, but they will happen at some point. Somebody has to do this, and we've started there. Okay, so talking about manifestation, right? The 5 sutras. What are the 5 sutras that we talked about for manifesting a future? 10 o'clock. Okay, the 5 sutras you put it up. Okay. What's the first one? Focus. Right, we are focused. So we gain great physical health, mental health, emotional intelligence, so that these three are fundamental for anyone to experience life beautifully. Then your physical, mental health are important, right? Emotional health. Okay. Now, these three are there, then you can, of course, then go on to your passions, and then you can start thinking about life again. When any three of the components are not there, then you're generally struggling. You're saying, okay, I'm too angry, so you generally don't participate. Okay, you avoid crowds because you're angry, and you generally lose temper. And so people avoid coming into crowds. Then spouses are telling husbands, don't come because you'll generally shout, I want you to just sit quiet, all right? So because that's what happens. You argue and this and that. And so emotional health is important, physical health is important, mental health is important. Then we are able to focus, we're able to think of future, we're able to then kindle our passions, whatever that are, then we think about it. Otherwise, we're back to square one. So that's the first step. Focus means having great physical, mental, emotional health. And that happens by meditation beautifully, while there are several other ways to achieve it. But meditation, one single package, sort of integrates everything and comes. Now, second one we said is being open to possibilities. Being open to possibilities means anything can happen anytime. And so why conclude and say something is not happening for me? Okay. Right? So you are you are looking, you know, a student prepares for an exam and he only prepares, let's say, 70% of the subject. Then 30% is not prepared. And so it's going into the exam. Now what do we say normally? Oh, 30%, so I don't think I can write well because I only prepared so much and so much subject are not done. I don't think I can write well. I'm going to be differently this time. The marks are going to be really low. Is that what we think? Yes or no? We can think. The normal thinking is that because 30% have not covered. This time marks will definitely be low. I don't think I can write well. Oh my God, so I don't know what to do. Okay. My teacher, usually they give subjects in last chapters only and I have not read at all. So this is how mind goes. What should we do? What is the possibility that most of the questions are all questions come from the 70% you read? Is there a possibility? Yes or no? Yes or no? You tell. The possibility is there. We all know it. Sometimes the teachers who are setting questions, they're also busy, they're watching some nice movie. They've got very less time. Tuck, 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 tuck. Okay, this chapter mein chalo, tuck, 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 5 questions in one chapter. They will give. Come on, we're all professionals, we know how we've done. Last minute, how much work gets done, yes or no? People want presentations, we'll take last 1 hour, then go, oh, we finish some presentation, put it and say, as if, okay, worked on 3 days, but it's only 1 hour work. So we're all doing it. And so the possibility of your questions coming from the 70% is significantly there. Definitely it is there. So then why shouldn't the student be saying, I'm going to do great. Whatever I studied is all coming in my exams. Can they be having that mindset? Why not? Okay, at least don't say, I'm going to be failing this time. I don't think I'll really score well. Already I have poor grades. This time it's going to be even worse. So I think I'm going to fail. Why should you even have the dialogue? Okay, keep quiet. Okay, fine. I did my best. Within what is available, I did my best. I'm going in and writing. Let me see what happens. Be very open about the possibility. Right? A cricketer must have, that's what we're saying, they must have the strength and say there are only 18 balls left and you got to score 50 runs. Possibility is there. Of course, there we are computing so much possibility. Every Indian is saying, oh, okay, 6 more balls, 6 into 4 runs, 24 runs are still possible. We're all counting like that, isn't it? Who are cricket fans here? We count like that, no, sir? All the time we count and say, last ball, okay, you still can say, oh, 6 plus 1 throw also can be there, 7 runs can come. No ball can happen. So we are thinking so positive and have possibilities. The same level of possibility we have to think in everyday life. That's what working with possibility means, right? We got to be open to the possibility. Why unnecessarily conclude? It doesn't serve us anyway. Saying that I'm going to fail, things are not going to happen. Our delivery, 80% we have done, 20% we couldn't do. We're going into the meeting tomorrow, next month, review client. Oh, he'll ask me that one feature I'm not delivering, and so I think I'm going to get caught. And so it's going to be a bad review. What's the chance of he so happy in the first few things and say, wow, you guys have delivered so much, I love it. He can say it. So we need to be that way, constantly be very open to the possibility of what we want, right, friends? The third thing then is visualizing the future. You're thinking about a future ahead of time. Dreaming. As a children, we always dreamt, and we need to open up our dreams again. There's nothing wrong, and then daydreaming, what you call, about a future that you want to have right now. All things are happening through observation. So the more you can imagine and dream of, the more. So we'll go into the detail now. The fourth one we said is what? Anybody tell? What is the fourth one? Reprogram limitations. This is unblocking ourselves. Second one is unblocking ourselves. Fourth one is unblocking ourselves. All right? Limitations are like what? False truths. They're like truths. Proteins are required for the body. How many people are looking at the labels of the food packets and then saying, okay, now 2000 calories I already had this morning, so much, 600, 800 calories has come, so now I need to be careful. How many people are operating your life that way? Be honest. Be honest. All right? I became a Western mind when I came here in the 90s. And so then, by the time I left from here, even I went to India also, then I started looking at product labels and said what percentage is, that fat content, this content, that content. All right. So medical doctors are here, so it might be different for you. You're looking at perspective, right? Of course, you're trained to look at the physical matter. So of course, then it has to be what is trained is what we talk about. Now the thing is, I was like that. I was looking at labels. I was looking at saying, did I get adequate protein, adequate nutrients, adequate this, adequate that? But then later, one day in my meditations, it stuck on me that, okay, what was there 200 years ago? What was there 200 years ago? What is it that's missing now? Why do you have to depend on a product label to decide whether I got enough or not? While we have this intelligent body, which is already responding and then telling you what is required, not required, yes or no? It was there. 200 years ago, nothing was there. People are also living till 90, 100 years, and there are remote areas in Japan. I bet they're not looking at product labels. And there are 1 in 3 people, they have done study, 1 in 3 people in Japan and an area, in Costa Rica and these places, they're above 90 years of age. 1 in 4 above 100 years of age. Can you believe it? 1 in 4 above 100 years, 1 in 3 above 90 years. You look at 1,000 people here, how many people are there above 90 years here? United States more, India is far less, right? So where is that coming? Where is the longevity coming for people? They're not thinking about all this. They're simply tuning into the body. We tune into the body. So that's what I did. I said, that's true. Why am I stuck in these labels? I said, I'm just going to just forget about all this. And so I'll tune to the body. Meditation helps us to tune into your body so that then you know what to eat, what not to eat. It automatically sometimes will ask you to drink some milk products. Okay, have them. Sometimes, okay, now there's a different game here for vegans. Okay, let's not go into that vegan debate here now, right? But whatever that body is asking, then we are able to tune into the body, so then we take that. Pediatricians are always advised, right? To children, what did the pediatrician advise to the young children, to the mothers? What do they advise? About food? Mothers are forcing to eat. They're telling, let the baby decide. Don't force. They'll know when to ask for it, they'll ask for it, right? They'll figure out a way to cry or this or that and do whatever that is, but they'll get what they want. So let them decide. Don't force. When they turn their mouth out, so it's okay, leave it out, right? So that means they're deciding based on the body's tuning in. So children have the tuning in capability, which you've forgotten. So dear friends, I gave up looking at any product label, and then since 2002, ever since I took the decision, and then 23 years later, I have not visited a single doctor, neither had to go to any checkup at all whatsoever, all right? And then you live. COVID time, we have a secret way of avoiding the vaccinations. We did that also to travel. But the thing is it's possible, all right? It's possible by tuning in very, very strongly to your body and then not really worry about stuff, because our body is the biggest pharmaceutical machine. Biology of Belief is a book one must read by Dr. Bruce Lipton. Biology of Belief. Please read the book Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. Is a bioscientist and molecular biologist. He has done tremendous amount of research, and then now many it's an accepted subject called epigenetics that is saying that our cells, body cells, that they've done the research, and the body cells have receptors, means there are small holes are there in every cell. So what they've done, and their body, every cell has a nucleus. General understanding is that nucleus holds all the intelligence, and so nucleus has to be preserved. Then cell will exist. What they have done, they removed the nucleus of a cell, but then rest of it is preserved, and then cells stayed on. The cell stayed on, but when they ruptured the membrane around it, that cell immediately died. When the nucleus is removed and then the cell membrane is preserved, that means the whole perimeter, receptors are preserved, cells stayed on for multiple days. When the nucleus is there, but then cell membrane, which was ruptured, and so it immediately died. So that's when they figured the cell receptors are receiving signal from its environment. It's called electromagnetic signal, which is full of thought and information, that it is receiving the signal first, and so then is able to respond by upregulating new protein to upregulating the genes to produce new protein, right? The entire genome experiment is that. They thought one protein, one genes, but then when they did genome experimentation, they found 110,000 protein, but only 23,000 genes. Scientists are baffled. Where does this come from? One gene, one protein, but then 23,000 genes only they could find in the body, but then they're seeing 110,000 proteins. Clear that a gene is expressing differently. How is it expressing differently? Different thought signal. That's when they can be able to put together and say, our genes and our cells are responding to a thought. And so the environment of a cell is the thought and electromagnetic field. A thought is electromagnetic energy. So what talk are you having with your body is what communicating to the cell to say, should I perform poorly or greatly, depending on the talk that we have. Depending on the talk that we have, dear friends. And so the point I'm saying is that if you think that today I had too much of fat and it's going to be really hurting me, you're hurting yourself just with your thought. I removed that notion completely. Instead, I said, I'll just tune into my body. Whatever is required, I will have. And meditation absolutely will give you the balance. How many people are able to now have control on your food habits, where, you meditate, okay, enough for me today, and you eat less. No longer the buffet is there, spread is huge, and so then I keep on eating, thinking that I'll skip dinner. You don't do that anymore. If you're doing it, you must look to see how to change that. Instead, you're only eating 80% full because you know it, okay? That you got to keep that much of space out there, and then automatically your body will reject and say, enough Baba for today, I'm going to do it, dear friends. You tune into your natural signal that is there, and so then what's the point about all of this? When I travel to, let's say, Asian countries, European countries, this country, I'm free from my mind of what I'm getting and not getting, dear friends. It's simple as that. You're free. A big anxiety, headaches, all of these things are gone because you're not there. Okay, someday you go in, they don't get anything, only fruit is there, some salad is there. It's okay, no problem. All right, no problem. We have to become free from things that are body, because body is simply responding to a thought and mind. If you're doing manifestation, I challenge you to work with your body, make it an experimental ground, and then do it, because if you do it here, then you feel so much conviction about your life elsewhere. in manifesting things many ways, because here you apply through your thought, heal. Through your thought, heal yourself, right? Everything is thought. Okay, things are going to be great. You had street food yesterday. Today, your behavior is, oh, okay, it's a little bit of grumbling. Oh, it's because of that street food. You simply go and put an analysis. It may be true, may not be true at all. Do we know for certainty it's because of yesterday's street food things are happening? Because your belief is happening. Remember this. Change the belief and see what happens. So then you're enjoying, you're suddenly getting a new experience. You go to Bombay, you eat vada pav on the street. Live it. What's the point? There are thousands of people eating, then why can't your body support it? It's simple as that, dear friends. It's all about mind to matter. There's another book that we talked about, Mind to Matter by Dawson Church. So please read this book by Mr. Dawson Church, Dr. Dawson Church. Amazing, amazing book that is written, and that came recently in the 2018 and 19. One of the best books for the century that has been written already. Okay, and just fascinating, simple fascination of the experimentation that are there, so scientifically covered beautifully. And so then we are exploring through our mind, dear friends, that every creation, right? Okay, can you play the video, Patri sir, before we start off this? So now we're going to drill down. So we covered the fourth one, reprogramming limitations, right? The point I was saying was that go beyond the physical food limitation and this and that, just sleep limitation. How many people sleep less time now? That 8 hours was such a strong thing in my mind. I said, no, became so much strong Western mind. When I went there, now 20 years on, then I'm sleeping 4 to 5 hours consistently, and I'm not a great thing about 4. There are people who sleep 2 hours. Then master, I knew that he never slept at all. He always, just continuing without sleeping, right? When people are there of different kinds, so what is it that is different for them that's not different for you? It's your experimentation, your mindset, your thought. This had to be understood very well. Meditation is moving us into the same delta state, which is a deep sleep state. NREM sleep state, non-rapid eye movement sleep state, is required. Every medical expert will tell you a body needs an NREM state for a few hours. I mean, at least sometime. They recommend 2 cycles, maybe a 3rd cycle. But meditation is getting us there into that cycle pretty easily, directly. So if you are going into the deep sleep state and then spending sufficient time there through meditation, then you are equivalent to sleep anyway you got it. It's a simple equation, but your body is also supporting. When you meditate, then suddenly your body is asking you to don't have to sleep more, right? And so then your sleep is becoming lesser automatically, so that means you have more time for yourself, and then so you become more yogi. Yogis mean they always are waking up throughout the night, and then they're thinking about, meditating about greater things out there, right? And so we sleep less. We don't have to necessarily. Now, it is not conventional wisdom, but then we experiment ourselves and see if it works for you, and then it works, great, do it. You got to challenge ourselves, dear friends, and then become like yogis and say, if they can live hundreds of years, why can't I? Why can't I? Why do I have to have these limitations? And then can I become more natural the way people were 200 years ago, 300 years ago, right? Many things are there. Yes, sir. Please play the video.
Meditation plus visualization is equal to manifestation. When you have understood this formula through your own experience, you have become a master. Meditation plus visualization is equal to manifestation. When you have understood this formula through your own experience, you have become a master. You have become a Jagat Guru. Only visualization without meditation will not manifest. The more you do meditation, the better your visualization will be, and the better your visualization, the better your manifestation will be. Visualization means the mind power. Meditation means soul power. Soul power plus mind power is equal to manifestation. Meditation is soul power. It's not mind power. You have removed the mind, and you are with the soul. Soul is a chip of God. Meditation is God's power. Visualization is your power. The mind's power is equal to manifestation.
We want to manifest. We are all creators. A creator means we must create something. It doesn't come to us. We have to create it from within. So that manifestation is a function of a creator. When you are able to manifest according to your wishes, then you understood that yes, you are a creator. Chandaji manifested this 40 days program for everybody. He committed himself for it. He said, I will do it. Then it has been done now. He wanted to manifest this whole program, 40 days program. Years of meditation he did. Then he visualized, I must do something. Meditation is God utilizing your own power, God's power as God. But visualization is using your mind power. Both are equally important. The soul power and the mind power is equal to manifestation. Whatever you want. This is the formula for everybody. Because everybody wants to manifest something. They want something in life. Abundance, newness, miracles, bliss, health, happiness are there for everybody. But those it is specifically for those people who have done a lot of meditation and a lot of visualization.
Right? While limiting beliefs are holding us back, so something that we have to go back to a natural state to not limit ourselves, and so then we regularly study and then meditate. But visualization will actually give you power, right? Actually give power to something. You know, Patriji, so those of you who walked for quite a while, he used to talk about every project of his everywhere. That's his way of dreaming. He used to say, you know, that group in Madurai is building a pyramid. You know, they all come together, with doing a big yagna. So many people are coming there. He used to imagine and he used to talk about it. He was sharing his dreams constantly. And that was his visualization. In sharing, he was visualizing. But everywhere he was sharing, your projects and dreams. We keep sharing. All right. So can you put up the slides? Okay, so there you go. So let's look at this visualization. And the first thing that happens in visualization is that set clear goals to stay focused. Develop vision boards and unambiguous goals. Meditation gives you the clarity for goals. Why do you need what you need is a question you have to answer yourself. If you need something, why? You got to ask yourself, why do I need that? What experience do I have if I have it in my life? Right? You want an admission? You want to run a hospital? What experience you need to run a hospital? You want to build a pyramid? What is that? Why do you need a pyramid? Is it pyramid is important or an experience of the pyramid is important? What experience you're seeking? Right? So we need to have that clarity and develop the clarity of why do I need, what I need for. And if I know that, then the next thing then is visualize the future experiences as if the goals have already happened. If the goals have happened, you have clarity that these are the experiences I'm going to go into, right? And repeat this regularly after meditation to program the subconscious mind to work for you. Because subconscious mind is operating our life. 90% of our life is driven through the subconscious beliefs and programs. It's like your operating system. Your operating system, whatever you have is what you boot up and then you see on your screen everything, right? So you got to put the right program into it. And what is the program you're putting there? Put your future goals into it. And this is where I'd like to go. If you put your future goals and dreams, then it is subconsciously. That means you not being fully conscious is also constantly projecting. It is a gateway into the field of consciousness. Where subconscious is the gateway, it's operating all the time, right? When you're driving, even though you're not focused on the road, you're still turning. You're making a turn. That's because your subconscious is operating for you. When you're cooking, you're not focused, but then you're still able to put the right amount of salt. Where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? Your brain has learned. And so then is it automatically an autopilot. It is serving for you and then doing things for you with the right amount of salt because it's able to figure this out. It takes environmental signals. Oh, this much of green sabji is there. I need to put only this much. Without you putting your attention, it happens. Because it got the circuit that automatically so beautifully figured it out. And so then we want our future to be also installed as a program into the subconscious, then it projects for us. And how do you install it? You visualize, and then so the more you visualize the feeling after meditation, when your mind is clear, that you're putting into your subconscious to work for you, right? So visualizing is about, living that future with a feeling. When you live with the future with a feeling, then your access to the subconscious is a lot higher, where you're writing a lot many circuits, and so it goes in. And whenever feelings are there, it goes to subconscious, because subconscious where the feeling center is. Amygdala is one of the the feeling center is sitting in the subconscious limbic brain. And so the feeling center, all the feelings are all there, produced through your chemicals and all of that. So you need to go and record there, and the long-term memory is also in the subconscious mind. And so when you visualize this feeling, then things are going straight down there into the subconscious, so that you program. So a vision board is a place where you are putting clearly what is that you want. All right? This is what I was talking about. We can draw the vision board, you give a chart paper. So what is a vision board? It's sort of, there are three things it is achieving. Number one, it identifies what matter most to you. What's important? When people start vision board, sir, I have this, my children's, my education, marriage, my property, my, this, my meditation, so many, 20 things will come. 20 list is there, everything you want. Who doesn't want everything? Everything you want. Then you have 20, then, it's like anything, right? Your energy is dissipated into many areas. Until you increase your energy level significantly high, then you say, prioritize something out of it. Sir, it's becoming difficult, I don't know what to do. Everything looks important. Okay. Prioritize. If you have only 1 year left in your life, prioritize. One great way of asking a question to yourself, what is most important? If only 1 year is there in your life. Truly. Ask those hypothetical questions. So then suddenly you will drop a whole bunch of things from it. And say, these are 3-4 things that are important. Okay. But prioritize, so vision board will sort of get you to document and say, this is most important right now. And yesterday, if you connect, I was showing the slide from Esther Hicks. Your predominance of thought is you become. Your predominance of thought. Whatever is your predominance of thought right now. So that means it better be that what is most important moves up into you and is be there in your vision board. What's most important. And then everything else, you sort of take it as a list 2 and list 3. If under 2 years, people are telling us 80-90% of the vision board is fulfilled, that means in 2 years you can write a new vision board with your rest of the things, right? So think that way. So no worries. There's time eternal is there. Everything is there. Nothing to worry. We never miss anything in life. And so, dear friends, what we say is that you prioritize. Vision board helps you to prioritize what matter most, number one. And then number two, once you have it, it helps you to visualize. Visualize about that thing. Because when you're drawing a vision board, and what you're typically doing is, okay, my business growth. Now you're drawing a picture about some kind of a graph that shows, okay, business is growing. All right? Your promotion, and so the promotion is to great life. You're putting some dollar symbols there as a promotion. You be your own, somebody who's drawing nicely. I mean, you don't have to draw nicely, you just have to draw. While drawing that business growth, as you draw a picture, then you sort of have in your mind what are the experiences that are going to go through if your business grew to the way you want it. Business grew, so you suddenly got $1 million profit. So what are you going to do with the $1 million? Our business grew, and then so suddenly, because you grew rapidly, you're going to be recognized as the top 10 fast-track companies. One award will come. Maybe that's what you're looking for. So visualize. So think of those experiences as you draw your picture about your business growth. I'm receiving an award, and so then I'm a lot of profits I'm giving for the charity. I'm doing a world travel, or I grew suddenly, so people are inviting me to the conferences for me to present and say, what is the secret of a success you're presenting? The different things will happen. Whatever is that is important for you, as you draw your picture about business growth, think of those experiences, even if you're not able to put them as a picture in there. Think of the experience in your mind. So that's the second part in the vision board is, it helps you visualize. When you look at the vision board, every day as you're walking into your bedroom, it is there. In 10 seconds, you're able to capture, this is it. These are 3 things. I drew a vision board in that workshop. This is most important. And so then suddenly your attention goes on to the 3 things again and again and again, right? It sort of helps you to connect to that. Now, when you see that picture, then suddenly it should download, this picture means that, okay, I'm donating, I'm doing a nice lecture to the many students, okay, I'm receiving an award. That's what you should immediately bring up your experiences also behind the picture as you draw the picture. You think of it. Because our memory, there is something called associate memory. As you're drawing and you have a story associated, memory, the brain is sort of forming several neural circuits in all ways. It calls associative memory. When you look at the picture, suddenly it pulls everything associated with it and then runs it in your mind. So then what you recollect is what you grow. Right? Cells that fire together, wire together. That means every time you recollect information, your circuits in the brain are connecting more and then forming a bigger circuit. So when you see a picture and the picture pulls 3 experiences behind, and so that means the memory about the 3 experiences also becoming thicker in your brain, and so then it forms a more thicker circuit in your brain, and so you remember more of it. That means you can visualize more about it automatically, because when you have deeply recorded in your brain. So the second point, and vision board is helping you to do, is to visualize by you drawing. As you draw a picture, you sort of associate experiences you're going to think about as things that are going to come into your life if the goal is met. Are you with me on this? All right. The third thing is bring consistent visualization. So you're not visualizing and say you need a lot of money. You say I need a lot of money. Today you're thinking of $1 million. Tomorrow you're thinking of $10 million. Day after tomorrow you're saying, okay, I'm going to India, 100K is sufficient. You're going everywhere. You're not consistent in about what you visualize. And so vision board sort of brings consistency. That means you're targeting the same thing. It's like that bullseye is there. If somebody keep moving it, can you hit it? The bullseye has to be fixed somewhere so that you can hit. It keeps moving, then your target is moving. So how can you hit? So you keep missing. And so then we need something to consistently visualize, even for the next few months. Then you only think of a few things over and over and over. And so then, of course, you bring it to great reality, dear friends. Right? So what I say is goals to be clear and unambiguous. Don't say, I need a lot of happiness with my family. Define it. What's a lot of happiness? Some people are contented by having even 10 minutes or 15 minutes of child time with their spouse. Some people are not contented even after having 3 hours of time. So for a universe, when you say a lot of happiness, okay, I'll give you 15 minutes of time with your family and then be happy about it, because you didn't specify what it is. It's up to you where you want to be. If you say 15 minutes is good enough, then be happy. Don't crib and say, my manifestation didn't work, I wanted time, but then here I'm only getting 15 minutes of time, and the rest of the time they're all busy doing what they're doing. All right. So a little bit clear about what you want, right? And so ambiguity means you don't know how to measure yourself, whether you're reached or not reached. So for that, it'll be a little more clear. So that's why we say it's always about experiences. It's not about what and how much. It's about experience. Okay, I would like to spend as much as possible with my family in a way that I'm deeply satisfied, spending time together, maybe dining time, maybe it's an evening time, in a park time, whatever. I'm satisfied to the core. That's all you care. Your satisfaction need not come for spending 2 hours. Don't try to go after the quantities. Instead, focus on experience, all right? Because you may be spending a super quality time for 20 minutes with your family together and you say, wow, this is great time, isn't it? All right? So the notion of quantities have to go away into something qualitative experience that you're looking for, right? In the end, all life is about having an emotional payoff to experience something, right? It's all about that. You're seeking joy and contentment. And so then why not ask for joy and contentment in many ways? Okay. And so bringing consistency, and so we are saying that to make them unambiguous, so be clear about your experience. And the more you're clear, the more it is going to come in. I'm going to show you some examples. And then goals should not restrict others. This is the most thing. So a lot of people ask, can I manifest for somebody else? Okay. Can you manifest for somebody else? Yes, you can wish for the greater good, but don't wish for their becoming a medical doctor. They're becoming, next year they must go into the graduation and then must go and finish the next 2 years. Who are you to specify what is the right time for them? Okay. With a limited linear thinking, we say that this is what we've been told, and so this is what should be done without even thinking about it a second time. And so we don't restrict others. But yes, if they're ready to party with you, they be part. It's like, two founders come together. If the two people are thinking differently, it's not going to happen. One goes this way, one goes this way. You got to do the same thing. You look at and say, my children are my partners. They have to be seen as their partners. And so in a partnership, then you are agreeing to something common. Then only your manifestation will work. All right? You cannot override and say, yeah, they don't know, I'm going to decide, and so then they've got to do it with me together. You can't override. So we have a partnership. Better yet, give them the full freedom, because then they're on their own, on their stance, right? It is like that. So different. So can I manifest for somebody else? Yes, you can. Some greater things for them, wish for them, but then ideally, you want them to do their own homework so that they can be there doing their challenges tomorrow and this again, right? So you want to teach them meditation or tell them how to manifest, visualize, and then to give a jump start, maybe sit with them a little bit, but afterwards they should be practically on their own, which is the right thing to do, right? We're not doing their homework. Of course, we can put our energy to do for somebody. It's called healing. You don't want to do somebody else's healing, isn't it? Okay. So give them the tools so that they're independent. That's meditation is all about that, making people independent with the tool so that they're able to take care of themselves on their own. Okay, there is a doctor in, not doctor, in Coimbatore, Roots Group Chairman, Dr. A.V. Ramaswamy, I think Ramaswamy Garu. So he's an engineer, and of course he's working even now at 80 years greatly, and he's got his companies running, but he's got a naturopathic clinic. So when he came to meditation, Karthikeyans are introduced, came to meditation, followed a program he did every day. Glued every day. There was video on for 40 days. You can see such a successful person, probably $1 billion turnover, but then he was there sitting every day for meditation because he wanted to explore. He explored, then he made a conclusion and said, wow, this is like so good. My naturopathy clinic, people come and then 15 days they're good, they'll go off. 6 months later they come back again because the discipline is not there. They're not able to do it by themselves. So 6 months later again they bloat up, they have this, they have that. They'll come again, admit for another 15 days, go through all the process and they go back again. They said, I don't want them to come back because there's so many people need this introduction of the naturopathy techniques. If same person comes back and occupies my time another 15 days, another 15 days every year, so how many people I can serve? You know this, sir. 80% of the medical care costs are going towards the, what do you call them? The chronic medication, right? 80% of 70-80%, whatever that number is, or the medical service are going towards treating chronic patients, where there is no cure. Or the cure is there with meditation. It's all mind to matter, psychosomatic. And so if they can take care of themselves, then of course, then you have so much capacity to be utilized for everybody else, right? Where the acute is required to be treated. And so he decided that I'm going to introduce meditation in my naturopathy clinic. So that the moment a patient gets in 15 days, they will learn meditation, and I will teach them from day one meditation. By the time they go, they have meditation, at least many of them will not come back here. That's what his intention was. Great, isn't it? So that way, then he's empowering them on one side, he's also introducing naturopathy to lot many people, right, friends? And so, it's important. Meditation is always making us be more independent, and so manifesting with somebody else, minimize doing it for somebody else, instead do it for you. And if you are doing it together, make them a party to your thing as much as possible. All right? Okay. So wait, come back, is it? Okay. So here is a vision board of somebody, a dance vision board. So he put pictures. He's not specific about something, but he's happy if he says, I'm loud, I love and loud back. So he's got a picture like this, okay? He's got some, when you have a relationship, as long as some experience like that comes, he's happy. That means he's going to get an evening invite to go in for, some party here, party there, whatever, right? So then he's going to get attract into situations of that nature. He said, I'm a travel to exotic places. So then his friends probably will invite him, or he'll see a tourist operator saying, okay, we are doing something to Stonehenges, iron rock, this and that. Then he's attracting such experiences because that's what he represented, an exotic place means like in Egypt. So when you have such pictures representing certain thing, then when you look at this, then you are attracting such opportunities into your life to go in and then experience more of it. Not very specific, but he's got that as he's sort of clear about what it means to be rich, what it means to be experiencing wealth, means to be a family time and all of that, right? So this is one vision board somebody has written. And so extending that a little bit into different areas of your life, your give back, your growing business, your mindfulness, your green goals, health goals or whatever, but some of them get minimized as you meditate, they all disappear. Health goal disappears, right, naturally, because you will naturally gain health, so you don't need a special goal for it, right? And so then, different areas of life that I want to manage. This is where people tend to have a lot of laundry list of many things. But when we put up here, give you an idea that different areas that for you to draw. And here is a vision board. A participant from one of our programs drew. Try to keep it clean. Now you're going to do something like this, right? Whatever. He's written, I would like to become a successful business person, head CEO, founder. He just written, I want to become a founder of a company, right? Because you're looking to start a business or whatever. Then he's written, I'm teaching meditation. I've got a happy, cohesive family. So when he drew the picture, he knew what each one meant to him in his mind. The experiences he'll have, what kind of satisfaction he will get when he is doing teaching, what kind of conversation he'll have in his family because he's teaching. Because the conversation will change. The family, you're going to share a story and say, hey, today what somebody came in and said this and I was so happy. You're going to share a story, isn't it? And so there is that thing that is all there within this diagram. But he knows that you and I don't know, but it is there in his mind, right? That's what I'm saying. When you draw a picture, imagine of your experiences you're going to have if that is becoming true for you in your life. You drew this picture at a house with a pyramid. And you sort of decide, you're just putting a picture and say, okay, I'm going to have a pyramid in my backyard with a house. And then a few more things. Then believe me, and then you're showing later, an year and a half later, when he went there, he's got exactly similar things. He's got a nice pyramid in upmarket place in Bangalore. He was able to create it. He never imagined it's going to happen. Never imagined that he will actually be able to buy a site and then get to a pyramid of the way that he thought about it. And then within 3 weeks, and we heard his experience yesterday in one of the videos, within 3 weeks after writing the vision board, his friend told, because his friend has been observing him who wanted to start a business, he said, Sridhar, let's start a business. He said, I don't have money. Don't worry about it. I invite you as a co-founder. You come in and be there. I know you've been a great technologist. You become a co-founder with me. I will be a CTO. I'm going to run the business. And so I became a CTO without necessarily having a lot of effort, but things can come magically. We don't even have a clue. When he wrote it, what is he thinking? Okay, so I need to look at my Rolodex. I need to see who are my friends who are incompatible with me. And so maybe then I'll work with them, talk to them, and then eventually become a founder. But here, zero work. He didn't even know, but the universe sort of brought somebody in front of him and said, okay, here the person is. And then straight out asking him, right? This is called magical expression of the field. When you have a right intention, the field is responding back with its infinite possibilities of knowingness that it has that we don't know. Yes or no? Are you with me on this? You got to be that open. It's called open to the possibility. If you're open and then things are coming at us, and it's up to us. Now, if Sridhar thought at that time, I don't know this person, gentleman, will I be compatible? Will it work for me? And put a lot of logic into it, then you are distancing that opportunity a lot of times, right? Which is naturally will happen. As a trained logical analyzing person, cognitive person, then a lot of logic will come into picture. We connect to our intuition. Logic means that you need a lot of data. Intuition, it is there, something is deciding. So we got to connect to a feeling. Meditation develops that feeling to be that. If you go into the logic, now you go and look at his biography, this, that, you'll get a lot more confused now. Intuition will tell you right, not right. Okay, right? Great. Anything unexpected that comes to you is your message by default, by the way. What is the message? Anything unexpected showing up in front of you. You never imagine, you never expected somebody shows up and says, hey, become one of my co-founders. Does it happen? You're not expecting least. So that is a clear message which is right for you. Safely you can close your eyes and take it. When things happen unexpectedly, that you're not expecting anything of that sort, your meditation experience is also the same. When you are going into that state, I was sharing out my experience of experiencing myself as 4 levels of consciousness. I was not thinking at all anything like that. I couldn't even think that there are 4 levels of consciousness simultaneously exist. But I was going through this experience. I knew this is not my hallucination. This is a deep, deep experience that I was going through, right? So a lot of people have this question: am I projecting, or am I experiencing something original from the field? Is my thought projection? If it is unexpected, involuntarily, you know that this is out of the blue, it's happening to you, then it's a message. You're cooking and suddenly unexpected thought comes and say, hey, make a phone call to somebody. That's your message. That's not your random thought, saying and then brush it aside, right? These are messages. Yes or no? So this is how we make most out of our intuitive or messages that come in meditation towards a manifestation, right? It's a science of tuning in to our intuition as well as our visions that are there, and then without wavering thought. And so, dear friends, so I'd like you to draw now your vision board. Now, I just want to show, this is what I drew in the year 2009 in a workshop with Dr. Newton. Very raw in the beginning stage. I didn't even bother to color it because I was like somewhere half, right? And I was also going through first time and saying Dr. Newton was saying a lot of things and saying all this true, whether it come true, all of that, right? And so, what is the time now? Okay, so it's good. So then we are about half an hour behind, but we'll conclude this. So my vision board had 4 things. I tend to keep clean. Today, right now, I have vision board. It's got 3 things only, and it tends to stay clean. So I had a thing because I'm very fascinated. I was working in Pyramid Valley, so I wrote 100 mega pyramid participation, 100 mega pyramids in the world. I would like to be part of building 100 mega pyramids. This is one thing I wrote that time. I'm so fortunate. Ever since I wrote this, I'm, of course, Pyramid Valley, I'm directly involved. Then I was a trustee for an year and a half in Hyderabad Trust in building the Maheshwara Pyramid. I was very happy there. Then Vellore, there is a big pyramid coming up. I've been there an advisor for some time. And Patri asked me several times to be a managing trustee, but I couldn't give time. So then I was there, but contributing to something in that project. And Omega Pyramid, they asked me to be an advisor. So whatever that is, that you get opportunities to contribute. You made a declaration that saying that I like to contribute, and so you get opportunities in many, many ways. It could be monetary, it could be your expertise, it could be whatever that is. But I'm very happy about it, and I wrote, and it's continuing. The second one I had was about seeing, and I said 1,000 residents in Pyramid Valley. I loved it, Pyramid Valley. It was a project that I sort of had in my heart. And so I said 1,000 residents must be there every day. A vision when I visited Art of Living and some ashrams, and it's very clear that why not Pyramid Valley? Why can't it have 1,000 people every day, go through workshops, meditate, go here, there? So that picture had a lot of experience for me behind. For you, it is like 2 + 2, 4 individuals. For me, those individuals are thousands of people out there in my mind. Okay, what I had. People enjoying in the amphitheater. There are many people are meditating in the pyramid. We had this conference hall there, bubbling with workshop people. So all of that was there encapsulated in the mind. That's what I want you to draw. When you draw your picture, that picture sort of speaks to you with stories of experiences you're going to visualize in the next meditation towards the end of it. Right? Visualize meaning you're going to live that experience as if many people are thronging to Pyramid Valley, going into the pyramid, nicely sitting, enjoying, coming out and saying, wow, I had a great meditation. They're expressing it. That's my experience of visualizing. All right, friends? And so like that, I had a business goal, and then I had a goal about traveling to the energies places in the world. I wrote South America, but that subsequently expanded to the entire world. Once I put my attention onto traveling to the energy places, I can tell you I have traveled to so many places now. Just having an attention and say travel to energetic places, Mount Shasta, Niagara Falls, Sedona, visited multiple times. Himalayas I never visited in my life, but the moment I put my attention onto this, then every year I go to Himalayas now. Some opportunity comes and I go there and then just be there. How many people have gone to Himalayas here, by the way? Sorry, those who have not gone, madam, you have to go. You have to think about going. If you come into meditation, you will go. You will go. Last year, and then 3 or 4 individuals who are 75 plus years old, they came with us for 10-day meditation trip to Himalayas. We went into deeper areas and then meditated there. They were absolutely fine. You will gain so much strength and expanded thought that we will do. The reason I say is that when I visited Himalayas first time, I said, Chandra, where were you 25 years ago? This is the question I had to myself. 25 years ago, I went at the age of 46 or whatever. 25 years is the prime time because there's so much to do. There is so much trekking, going into the water. Ganges is flowing, beautiful. That energy, the majesticity of the mountains is incredible, that if you're a meditation lover, nature lover, you will love it to be there. Because then I said, okay, fine, past is past, right? You just continue now. And so we look for every opportunity to grow. It's not too far. Don't think of and say, okay, somewhere there I'm sitting here. It's about intention, right? Mount Shasta is a great mountain if you like to spend time in nature. Don't get me wrong, our place itself is great, energetic, what you think would make it to be. But where you have opportunity, we'll utilize the opportunity and go connect with nature, right? Very, very important. Madam, you are there in Sedona. You loved it? Right? Sedona is good? Okay. Enjoy. Please come here and share your experience a little bit. You come here. You come here. Come, you are there. Come.
Last year we joined the workshops, same kind of 4-day retreat, right? Yeah, 5-day retreat happened in Sedona, near Phoenix, and we three go over there by ourselves, and we enjoyed that road trip also. It's like a very scenic and rustic and connected with mineral kingdom, and we are there ourselves, and we enjoyed that independence and explored ourselves. Yeah, we learned all the things over there, same information, and we are now I am checking where I am when I am listening to his speech. Now here I am checking, I am following, or I got stuck anywhere. I'm tracking that all the information, and we stayed there with a group of people, and with the sharing of information, I learned from so many people, already practicing this kind of visualization. Like Sir said, manifestation along with visualization. Sorry, meditation with visualization is a complete manifestation. I'm rechecking my points, what I have learned over there, and satsang is really good over there. Different people across the US. Then I enjoyed the food. Yes, yeah, so many ways. Yeah, so many ways. I don't know, what can I say? Yes, doing more adventures in my life, and trying to implement what I have learned, and spreading that wisdom, um, um, telling the people, like, experience this wisdom, and experiment, mainly experiment, give it a try. Yeah.
What do you learn in the program? And then it's Sedona.
I mean, today I learned the 5 points. Today I learned the 5 points that you talked about. I don't know if you said that in Sedona, but I probably fell asleep for some time in Sedona, but it was kind of like a refresher. I felt like I paid attention more. Sedona, I feel like a lot of healing happened there for everyone who went. I know I got healed a lot. One thing I enjoyed was definitely the food. The food was really, really amazing. I ate more than I could, and that was the most I ate there. The food.
The food was good.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, they served a very, very conscious living food. That's in Sedona. Okay. Great. Thank you. Right. So a lot of healing happened for everybody. That's what she feels. It does happen. Okay, friends. So vision board, and when I drew, and all of it came true. The point to put this was that to make it simple. I'd like you to go and then draw your vision boards now. Right? Make it very simple, as simple as possible. Recognize that you have plenty of time to manifest everything. So things that are very, very important, bring them up. Put it onto your board. Right? Draw a picture, and then construct your story around that picture, so that when you look at it, this is the most important right now I'd like to gain. All right, friends? So let's do that in 15-20 minutes, then we're going to do a meditation. Okay? What's that? You want a pyramid? Paper? Yeah, take the paper. So there's somebody there. You can move from there. You'd like to just sit down here so that you can draw properly, so do that. Just go off. Find ways to Draw it. There are tables behind. You can go and put your chair there, and then on the table you can keep it, and then draw. Take comfortable place. Like yesterday I said, if you don't know what to draw and you feel you have everything, manifestation is not about your own things. It's never about material things. Material things is one aspect of it. You can visualize a beautiful planet of people meditating and celebrating life. A world, conflict-free world. You can think about drawing it. It's great, isn't it? You can see that pyramids have come up everywhere as meditation temples, people going and meditating and finding their peace. Do it. Right? So there's so many ways we can contribute for somebody else. You can see. Okay, so vision board process is an inner work. It's not an outer work. Okay? So go quieter and then contemplate what is most important for you. Because you're putting your energy onto it. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Right? Yes. Why? Will that change your vision or what and what you draw? It's up to you. I will ask people that say we'd like to share. The more you share your dreams, the more they grow, because there cannot be any greater group than this one, which is always wanting to have the best happen for you, right? In this group, everybody wants the best to happen for the other. So this is a great group to share. If we have vision that needs to be fulfilled, share actively. People will give you tadastu. Yes. No, vision board is not about how it's going to happen at all. There's no time here. There's no when it's happening, where it's happening, and it's not about how it's going to happen. It's not about how. How is what the field decides for you. Okay, so drop the time. I was naive when I put those 2020. Remove the time there and then simply draw experience that you would like to have in your life. It could be tomorrow, it could be 10 years, you don't know when it's going to come. But then think of experience you want to have. Why first? Why is there a problem we experience all that simultaneously? Then just think about that. Why do you have to sequence it? This is where the mind is saying sequential everything, right? Oh, I've got to get here, and so I gain sufficient experience, then I'll go there, then I'll go there. Bill Gates did not think about many things. He said everywhere in the world, computers have to come, and then he got navigated towards developing the operating system, right? It's like that. Do you have what? Do you have to write? There's no have to write. If you feel, do it. The more inclusive you make your goals to be, the more you are helped. Sort of think of here. Suppose there are two students. One is constantly helping others, and another is only taking care of themselves. Where do you think the school management is giving some opportunity or noticing and then encouraging more? The one who is helping others constantly. Of course, school management naturally goes, right? Where you get a lot of appreciation from other students, the one who is helping. So think that way, all right? So if you give back, it is a great thing that you are making it a lot more inclusion, not only for you, for others. There are really some nice seats here actually. There are 10 seats with a table desk here. So you can nicely sit down and draw. Alright? You didn't even see. Oh, today it came here, is it? Yesterday they're not there, right? Okay. It's there, is it? It's back. But they're all desks. You can come and sit here. Madam, these are good. When you say giving, giving when you say, you have to write what? Do you have an experience of what to visualize? Imagine that you are giving to community supporting. So what does it do to you? Suppose you are able to give along. Yes. What does it do to you? It gives you peace. Peace. Happiness. Peace and joy and happiness. You're sharing with some people about how happy you are by contributing, for example. You will probably share with your very near and dear ones, right? So one is giving. What is the goal here? You want to be able to
The goal is here,
being
be happy, and these, at how can I be happy myself by doing these things.
Anyway, everything is for emotional payoff. Whatever we do is always ultimately for an emotional payoff. That's something that we're seeking by doing it, right? Serving is also for our own happiness. You know that people are not really the ones who are trying to, change the lives of somebody. They're serving an opportunity, right? So if the goal here is that you want to continue to give or you want to multiply giving, then make that be a little more concrete. And so suppose you're donating, let's say 100K per annum. Then you say, this is a mini garden. Whatever that you like to, because now you don't think whether you have assets or not. You simply are creating from the unknown. See, as you are giving, Okay, those of you who are done would like to take a break, feel free to do that. Do you have some tea or something, madam? Tea, coffee are there? They can go and have. Whatever, if it's there, you have it. Otherwise, just take a buy a break or stuff, and then it's 11:10. By 11:20, we'll start the meditation.
Very soon I'm going for a FX. I'm very, I don't know, I'm very clueless until unless I find this meditation in a కొంచెం peace of mind దొరికింది. అందుకంటే మెయిన్ గోల్ నాకు ప్రజెంట్ అయితే ఐ వాంట్ టు బి ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నాను. ఎవరికి వర్క్ చేసేదానికి ఆల్మోస్ట్ 15 years బ్రేక్ వచ్చేసింది. బ్యాక్ వెళ్ళాలంటే వెళ్ళలేకపోతుంది. As a female, financial independence is చాలా important కదా. What is the purpose? ఇప్పుడు అంటే సొసైటీ కానీ చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కానీ అందరూ కూడా ఖాళీగా ఉంటున్నావా ఇంకా ఏదైనా చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా. హస్బెండ్ సంపాదిస్తే సఫిషియెంట్గా పర్వాలేదు పిల్లల్ని పెంచుకోవడానికి. ఇప్పుడు సొసైటీయే కదా, ఈవెన్ హస్బెండ్ కూడా నాకు కూడా హెల్ప్ఫుల్గా ఉంటుంది కదా, కొంచెం హెల్ప్ చేస్తే అన్నట్టు. ఇప్పుడు యూఎస్లో ఉంటున్నామంటే అటు ఇంగ్లీష్ అవును. నేను ఏదైనా పని చేయాలన్నా ఇప్పుడు నేను మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళి హస్బెండ్ని అడగాలి కదా, నాకు అమౌంట్ కావాలి ఇవ్వండి దీనికోసం. మోస్ట్లీ వద్దనే ఇప్పుడు అనలేదు. ఈరోజు ఇంట్లో పంపించడానికి అడగడానికి నాకు మొహమాటం కాదు. నేను ఎందుకు అని నన్ను ఈక్వల్గా చూడాలి కదా రిలేషన్లో. నన్ను ఈక్వల్గా చూడాలి కదా, నన్ను ఈక్వల్ కాదంటున్నారు కదా. ఇప్పుడు అయినా కదా సొసైటీ కూడా అలాగే తయారనుకుంది. వర్కింగ్ ఉమెన్స్ని మోర్ రెస్పెక్టెడ్. చిన్నప్పుడు అమ్మను కూడా మేమైనా అంతే కదా, నాన్న వచ్చే వరకు మెడిటేషన్ ద్వారా మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. నేను ఒక అద్భుతమైన సోల్ని, ఆయన ఈక్వల్ అండ్ నో లెస్. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు నో దట్ సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ అండ్ సెల్ఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు get into that strong. It comes from the changing inner outer experience. Don't try to say surrounding not changing the other experience. It's very difficult to conquer, but when it is not meditation. Followed అయిందా మెడిటేషన్ ప్రాక్టీస్? నాకు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసింది 2010లో ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశారు. 12లో కట్ అయిపోయింది. అప్పటి నుంచి మళ్ళీ అది లేదు. మళ్ళీ 23లో నేను రీకనెక్ట్ అయ్యాను. అప్పటి నుంచి కంటిన్యూ చేస్తాను. బుక్స్ చదవటం, చూడటం. అంటే నేను ఇండియాలో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇప్పుడున్నప్పుడు కూడా చాలామంది ఇది నువ్వు వర్క్ చేయట్లేదు అంటే ఇప్పుడు మోర్ రెస్పెక్ట్ ఈజ్ వర్కింగ్ చేస్తున్న వాళ్ళకి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎవరికైనా ఫోన్ చేయాలని ఆలోచించలేదు. ఈజ్ వర్కింగ్. Do you feel satisfied with yourself that you are using your time properly? Be with it. Be with it. I don't have any problem. So then you got to now recognize and accept yourself the way you are, and then why should others what they say should bother you when you have to because you keep being covered and you suffer. No, నేను again అడుగుతాను ఇంట్లో ఉంటే వాళ్ళకి వాల్యూ లేదా ఎందుకు అడగాలి ఎందుకు అడగాలి నాకు ఇబ్బంది లేదండి నేను ఇంట్లో ఉంటాను ఎందుకు అడగాలి you have to know whether you're utilizing time well. Now when you're studying bro you say okay వాళ్ళు ఇండిపెండెంట్గా ఉంటున్నారు నేను చేస్తాను ఒక క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మీరు సరిగ్గా నా టైం సరిగ్గా వాడుకొని నేను చూసుకోవాలి that you have to do. When you are there, don't try to justify where you are, but then if you feel, okay, my time is different, my schedule is different, then whatever I will need dependency in the 18 years, with God dependency, I need to make them into an independent person. ఎందుకంటే నా మీద డిపెండెన్సీ ఎన్నో ఉంటారు వాళ్ళు డిపెండెన్సీ అది నాకు ఆలోచించి నేను పెళ్ళిపోయి టైం ఇస్తాను వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్ బట్ ఎనీ టైమ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ క్వశ్చన్ యూ సే యా వాళ్ళకి అంటే వాళ్ళు అంటున్నారు కదా నేను ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నాను నేను చేయాలి కదా సంథింగ్ మోర్ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ మై సెల్ఫ్ బట్ కొన్ని రావాలి వచ్చినప్పుడు మీ టైం ఇవ్వండి when you have your time yourself you are satisfied you are satisfied with yourself nobody could ever matter to you even if it is your spouse your in-law your parents it doesn't matter because you are consciously with yourself living your life that is what the comfort and understanding is what you feel it nobody ever bothers you thereafter then you start anything great love others otherwise you're always thinking they are the ones who are stopping you they are the ones who are saying okay they are the ones who are not giving you value why should somebody give you value when you are successful it comes from our meaning conversation with God in books చదవండి conversation with God but leave around God okay my 40-day program you can attend అవ్వండి okay 40-day program please come yes madam
డాన్సింగ్ వీడియో పెట్టి అందరినీ యాక్టివ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు
నేను చేస్తాను వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇస్ నెసరీ ఐ విల్ డూ మేడం ఓకే వాట్ ఎవర్ నెసరీ ఐ విల్ డూ డోంట్ బాదర్ అబౌట్
So it is mostly like a personal, but why we don't have like meditation, manifestation for something for earth or something for universe, so everyone can come together and we are not manifesting for ourselves, but we
why not
manifest for earth.
why not
No, every time we are doing at home for
from yourself
manifest
okay
yourself, right? But no one cares about what.
madam have it come from you have it come from you authentically and say yes I would like to help others and so then give that is a great thing to do okay but don't do it because it's great because you love it
No, I love it.
do it because you love it yes
So we can do that, right? Do for
yes yes you must do beyond a personal manifestation immediately thinking everybody is same you are very natural thinking of your children your friends so think of everybody also like the same right okay
So
great
this is like for the career.
Yes.
Currently, I'm like IT, but working as a.
Whatever.
So I want to create one company, so it will help that H1B processor or H4. Just like I struggle, I don't want to struggle other people. So it's like.
okay
So. And this is for the community. I want to build.
madam don't do because you are solving somebody's problem do because it's going to give you a job there is a difference
Yeah, I will enjoy because I struggle a
do
lot.
you know what it means to put a company which solves different problems
So
you have clarity
yes, because I travel the same path, right? From starting from the H1 to H4 and then got a job, then the struggle part I know. So the solution also
struggle
I
you
know.
come through and so for that you have an understanding that okay I have chose a life of this nature came through this
Yes,
but should you be spending time solving that problem
no.
will you be happy in that doing that so for that you know what you will do fine put your vision board and then do your baby steps and see whether you enjoy it if you enjoy it continue otherwise feel free to change it again okay
Yeah, sure.
okay you come because struggling problem a lot of people say okay cancer I lost somebody I'm going to open a cancer hospital and then help people okay that's out of a knee-jerk reaction okay they may not really like it okay they're thinking I'm solving anybody's problem not necessary you have to connect to what is really important for you that cause has to be really connected to so that you will always have a lot of feeling and a lot of you not feel it's a burden for you later okay all right because you went through a problem you're saying I want that to be avoided for others okay sometimes it is true many details is not true. That's fine. So visualize. When you visualize, you get feeling and you get some clues about it. You execute them and you see whether you like it or not. That time when you execute them. Okay? Right. Thank you. Conversation with God by Neil Donald Walsh. Book 1 you start with. చదవండి, దాన్ని పూర్తిగా అర్థం చేసుకోండి, ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయండి, ప్రతి స్టేట్మెంట్ దాన్ని చదవండి అందులో. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ మోర్. ఎందుకు కోరుకుంటారు? మీరు చదివితే వస్తుంది. సోల్స్ గిఫ్ట్ కూడా రాసుకోండి. సోల్స్ గిఫ్ట్ బై సోల్స్ ప్లాన్ బై రాబర్ట్ స్వార్ట్జ్. ఈ 2 బుక్స్ చదవండి. నా ఫోన్ నెంబర్ తీసుకుని అది మాట్లాడండి. స్వార్ట్జ్, సోల్స్ ప్లాన్. ఎందుకు కష్టాలు కొని తెచ్చుకుంటారో చదవండి, తెలుస్తుంది. ఎందుకండి కావాలని వెళ్ళి ఎవరెస్ట్కి వెళ్ళి ఎక్కి కళ్ళు ఎక్కొని వస్తారు? ఎందుకు చేస్తాము? ఎవరెస్ట్కి వెళ్తున్నారా? ఎవరైనా ఈ మ్యారథాన్లో వెళ్ళి మధ్యలో గుండాకి చచ్చిపోతున్నారా? ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నారు? ఒక బోర్డు ఉంటుంది, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తే స్విమ్మింగ్ డేంజరు, ఎదురు దూకొద్దని. ఎందుకు దూకుతున్నారు? ఎవరైనా వెళ్ళి చచ్చిపోతున్నారు, ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నారు? దాన్ని ఏమంటారు? అంతే కదా, అర్థం. ఇప్పుడు అడిగినా నాకు ఆన్సర్ ఇవ్వట్లేదే. మరి ఎందుకు వెళ్తున్నాం అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి? అడ్వెంచర్ చూసారు, మీరు కూడా ఇక్కడ అడ్వెంచర్ చూసారు. ఏముంది, మీరు అన్ని అర్థం చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది. బికాజ్ యూర్ లిమిటెడ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఇస్ దట్ మేడం. ఇప్పుడు మీకు అడ్వెంచర్ మీరు చూస్తున్నారు. అదే మరి గానీ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తే వాడి ఫిష్ ఎక్కిందా, ఎందుకని వెళ్తాడు, ఎందుకు కాలేజ్ వెళ్ళగొట్టుకుని వస్తాడు అని చెప్పేసి మేడం మీ ఏమి మర్చిపోయారు. మీరు ఏమి తెలుసుకోవాలి. యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో బ్యాక్ అండ్ సీ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ప్లానింగ్ యూ మేడ్ ఫర్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. You forgot your plan and that's why you are going around circles. You are thinking you are here. And then how to find my purpose? You have to study first about science of it so that you are going to know. First of all, అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు అమితాబ్ బచ్చన్ సినిమాలో చిన్నప్పుడు ఏడుస్తున్నాడు, సెట్లో ఏడుస్తుంటే మనం వెళ్ళి ఏంటి అమితాబ్ బచ్చన్ ఏడుస్తాడు అనుకుంటే ఏంటి అని ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు? ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నాడు. మీరు వెళ్ళి సడన్గా అమితాబ్ బచ్చన్ ఏడుస్తున్నాడు ఏంటబ్బా అనుకుంటే అది సెట్లను మర్చిపోయారు అనుకో, తెలియదు. ఇంట్లో ఏడుస్తున్నాడు, ఎవరైనా వచ్చినట్టు చూసినప్పుడు అమితాబ్ బచ్చన్ ఏడుస్తున్నాడు అనుకుంటారు. ఆయన ఏమంటాడు? ఆయన యాక్చువల్లీ ప్రాక్టీస్ పీరియడ్ అనుకుంటాడు. అవునా కదా? అదే ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన విషయం. మనం తెలియకుండా ఉన్నది చూసింది నిజం అనుకుని అయ్యో ఆయన ఇంటికి వెళ్తే ఆయన ఏడుస్తున్నాడు అబ్బా అని చెప్తాం అందరూ తెలియదు. ఇప్పుడు ఆయన వెనకాల స్టోరీ ఉంది. ఆ ఇంట్లో నుంచి అందరూ పంపిస్తున్నారు, ఆయన వచ్చి అక్కడ వచ్చి అలా ఏడుస్తూ ఉంటే అక్కడ సీన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాడు. సో we don't see the behind, we see the in front and say okay, this people are struggling, but the behind is there, but it's simply practicing, they're asking for a great release. Until మనము we have to go back and read about our planet. The reincarnation theory is చదవాలి. చదివితే నాకు అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఓహో, నేను కూడా అందరూ వచ్చిన ఒక రోజున ఉన్నాను. అది టైం పడుతుంది కావాలంటే, బట్ చదివితే సరిపోతుంది. But read, you have to enhance your knowledge. You come out. You do 2020 is what you have done in 10 years. You have to sit and make it and know it's very knowledge. Yes. Quality of person is yes. This is good, madam. My first reaction is we got a lot going on here. We got a lot here. Okay? Reduce the boxes. Prioritize and say, okay, I'm going to take
there
it
are some things I repeated,
yeah.
health related things.
Reduce the boxes. But I think you are thinking right. You got a picture going and a little bit of this. For each of them, you got to visualize, right? You got some vision going later in the meditation. And you visualize that experience. You wrote money, it's fine, but you visualize the experience of doing something with the money. What is zero debt? Your debts, don't put your attention on debt. Instead, you put your attention that you are acquiring money and it's all, being greatly given to many donations, this and that. That also lower. Don't focus on zero debt. Focus on abundance, of creation of many things. Then implicit. what will your life change with? What is the first thing you're going to do when that happens? Algorithm means what? Physically, what are you that you're not doing today? Yeah, so we should say, right and say, my body feels greatly. I'm living a wonderful free life. You will say, you're using my body feels greatly, and then I'm living a great life. Now, under that, you visualize and imagine specific things that you're not able to do because of your condition. That is otherwise you're going to do. You have to visualize all of those things which you're not able to do. Things you would have forgotten because it's been there for how many years? Okay. So you've forgotten many things about life because you got used to this and you got used to this. You got to go back and then say things where you got connected, where you were like bubbly before 9th and what you were dreaming, thinking. You got to connect a little bit to that and bring back some of those. Otherwise, you'll say, okay, that's not interesting, you're not interesting because you already used to certain way of living. Right? So meditation will free you up from things that are really important. So when you start adding those into your living, that means your life is automatically your health will come. Okay? Right. Okay, guys. Yeah. So tell me. This is clean. With a lovely vision board. Okay, you've done really, really well. Time, I wrote in my board, but you remove the time. You can become sufficient in the next 2 years, you're okay, right? So remove the time. Instead, you simply imagine of the experience that you're seeking. Okay, but you got a clean vision mode going, which is beautiful. Okay, time you have to remove. Thank you.
I love baking. I have a page.
Okay, wonderful goal to have.
Draw a picture of me
Beautiful.
myself being more successful.
Okay.
Okay. But this is something I've written as DC. Can I be more specific on it being
What? What is it that if you have that, what will enable you?
so many things
Like?
firstly, we can travel whenever we want.
So imagine that in your imagination, you are freely traveling without having thinking about it. You're just saying, oh, okay, somebody called you and say, hey, come for marriage. Okay, so I'm booking tickets and coming. So visualize things that you couldn't do, you are doing right now. Because the GC was not there. Now GC is there. So what all things you are able to do, do it. If it is notional security, don't bother about it. Why does it matter? If it's just a notional security, you don't really have a need to travel. You don't have really not restricted today, suppose. It doesn't matter. Just leave it. Don't bother about it. It is just a safe side you're trying to get a green card.
No, even for our son, like older one, he's 14 already. So he'll get into college and then we have to move into student visa and lot of expenses, everything.
Okay, so visualize there is a smooth transition for him that is very freely able to get into the admissions, and then they're asking you an admission, oh yeah, we are green card holders, and so then, okay, fine, then all you have to do is to this. Are you going through a checklist process? Okay, we are green card holders, so we're doing this, but so they're admitted accessible naturally. Something like that you got to visualize. Okay? But it's too far away, don't bother about it. That's the thing. Okay? Okay, friends, so what's that? This is the last for now. Yeah. Draw pictures. GST major in law, get more educated wisdom. Okay, friends. So, okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Done. See you. Thank you. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, friends. So, we all have some kind of vision board. So what we'll do, we'll go into meditation. The meditation like yesterday, we've done the breath meditation, emptying ourselves. When you empty yourselves, then you are clear in your mind. You're calm. You have no thoughts going, no negative stuff coming. All of that. When you do that, and after some time, then the music will change to something very exciting. Please, can you all come back here? The music will change, and it's all exciting music. And it's exciting music because you are stepping into a future, imagine and dream of the future that you drew in your vision board, and then you thought about it. There are a few things. Suppose you have 3 broad goals. Let's say a career growth. Let's say your giving or your meditation teaching work, and then let's say something around your family or some personal, like books and meditation sadhana and all that. Now each one, you have a set of experiences. Imagine your career growth, a few things that are there. If your career grew, and so you got a 3/4 experiences that you really care to experience. So think about them. There you have 3. Another 3 experiences here around your charity work or around your meditation center work, your teaching. People are telling you, they're coming with their problems, they're able to sit down, solve. They're coming and saying, thank you, changed my life, you feel so good about it, right? So things like that. Things like that. You're writing your experiences, you're sharing with people. They said your experience is awesome. Of course, that comment is going to come to you. So those are the experiences that you are visualizing. So that is another 3. Third goal, another 3. So you got 9, let's say 9 experiences. The 9 experiences, you make it a mind movie. It's like a movie. You're a director of your own movie. And you are saying these are the 9 experiences that are important for you in the next few days for you to experience right now, because those are the most important right now, you're saying. So the movie, you're creating the movie of experience after experience after experience. Now what is a movie scene like? There are 9 scenes are there. The scene is like what? What does the director do in a scene? Can anybody tell what does the director do when he's creating a scene? He wants the highest level of emotion. Right? You want to make it as beautiful, as connecting as possible, isn't it? That's what a director does. You got to live that moment. People have to go into it. That means there has to be so much of emotion. Emotion means then you got to be crystal clear about what the scene is. What am I going to visualize? Who are the people? Where am I? All right? Where the dining table around. Okay, when my dad is there, my children are there. I'm talking to them. Guys, what today? My day is made. Somebody told me this in my office. I did this comment. Because you're thinking about a great career recognition, and then my manager or somebody, my senior VP, and you're dining, and then they told me this, I loved it, just filled me with so much joy. That's what you're sharing. And the children are saying, oh, Mama, so I'm so glad that you actually have this recognition. That's going to bound to happen, right? And so I want you to sort of go into the detail and then visualize whatever that experience that you want to have for yourself, right? And so scene after scene after scene, you are a director, and then you are bringing the characters into it, and then making it as real as you can. And then making it real means you are driving up your body with a lot of feeling. It's real. Can you be that? We might have any kind of problems. Of course, I have a strong knee problem, serious thyroid issues. Every time it's blocking me to do things. Okay. But here, you are imagining and going into the future, forgetting everything about past. When you go into super visualization, you're overcoming your environment, you're overcoming your time, you're overcoming your current challenges and everything. You got to overcome that. Your situation, space where, all your family members, they're not caring about you. They just, treat you and say, okay, well, who are you? But then here in visualization, you're crossing that boundary. In your world, it's your world. Should you care about what the other thing is? It's your world. In your world, I want you to be fully there. And the more feeling you have, the less you are bringing your current environment into your life. And you got to stay away from a disconnect and then dream into that new world of where you are most respected. The most respected. You're driving out the feeling, yes, I am so complete. I'm the consciousness, my power of thought is so significant. I'm imagining that the people, my in-laws or who are that is they're coming, my boss is coming and saying, you know what, Chandra, you are like amazing man. I know you solved the problems and everybody is proud of you. They're coming and they're telling you for little things you do or big things you do. It doesn't have to be some great achievement. It can be, a simple thing, but they're respecting you. They're coming and appreciating you, right? So if you can elevate a feeling to the highest level possible, This is the trick. In visualization, it's not about linearly saying, okay, what more my family can appreciate. Okay, fine, say they'll give me something. No, it's not like that kind of emotion, right? You got to go and say, what is the best level? You might have seen in somebody's in a movie, Rajmouli's movies you watch. That's why you watch everything. You'll show so much of great emotion. So you got to go into that kind of emotion and then feel so lovely and great about yourself, dear friends. So elevate yourself to the highest level of emotion beyond your normal feeling and thinking of your body. Okay, you are aroused greatly about this notion that you are respected, you are recognized, that notion that you are appreciated, right? Notion that you are so proud about your achievement. It's great. Be proud about yourself, because if you are proud and then that emotion is there, you're going to make everybody else also be proud, because what you have is what you give to others, fundamental, right? And so you got this proudness. It's not out of getting attention. Proud means you just feel good about yourself having done something special, something that you're able to contribute. And so anything is okay, but you drive up your feelings significantly, and so that way you disconnect from your present environment. We got to overcome time and space when you're visualizing. When you overcome time and space, that means these problems don't come. Then you're rewriting your brain circuits with a heightened emotion. Then your subconscious circuits are beautifully written. It's called priming your subconscious mind. And so you do visualization today. Sequentially, as a director, you're rehearsing the movie, you're playing scene after scene after scene after scene, shifting gears, moving into another scene, and then put it all together and visualize, and your visualization is done. Then you come out, and then I'll say a few words about, surrendering the future and all that. Then we express gratitude, and we complete a meditation. Okay? And so this is what we are doing in a meditation, dear friends. It's roughly going to be about 45 minutes, but it'll happen pretty quickly. I really wanted to do a little longer meditation, but then in our mind, when you have less time, this is fine too, but it'll get the picture, grasp of it. All right? We'll talk about a few next steps after that. Okay? And so, shall we go into the process? Now you're doing first time, the music changes. Like I said, if you've not gotten clarity, just simply sit down and then wish for the greater good of the planet. There are so many animals are dying. Just wish for the greater good of the animals. They too want their life. All right? There is so much of conflict between, let's say, Russia and Croatia. They're settling down. People are recognizing and saying, what are we fighting for? And a little bit of resource here, there. How does it matter? So they found the truth. And they're coming together. They're shaking hands, like the Berlin Wall collapse. They're able to do it. Just raise yourself to thinking about greater good when you're not clear about what to visualize for yourself. All right? And simply be there and say, I am the most energetic, loving person, radiating that energy, that everybody has that peace and love. You can visualize that also, that you are simply there, being able to sit down, and then like a flower fragrance is going out. Just do that much, if nothing else is there. Okay, friends? So let's go into the meditation. Relax yourself. Okay? Relax your body. And when you visualize, sometimes your problems are so much that suddenly those thoughts come. Don't worry about the negative thoughts coming in between. When you're aware, simply go back to your visualization and connect from where you left. All right? It's like that. Relax yourself, dear friends. We are going into powerful group meditation. Make an intention that you're losing yourself into the quantum field today. Dear masters, with your glasses removed, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap, crossing your feet at ankle. Your cell phones off, smartwatches remote. Observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath. With your specs removed, eyes closed, dear friends, observe your breath. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that calmness. As your mind is becoming empty, you channelize that energy into the present moment. You develop greater awareness, mindfulness. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing your breath. becomes empty. Your body goes into the natural state of healing. It is energy. This is the field, the quantum field of energy, the field of limitless possibilities and opportunities. The more you are with it, with that emptiness, that energy, that blackness, the more you tune in to this abundance of experiences of love, of empowerment, of the mystic, of whatever you can become aware of. Merge into the emptiness of yourself, your existence, your divine intelligence. Everybody and everything are connected in this field of energy as one. Friends, as you connect into this field of possibilities, as you are clearer in your mind, we have a great opportunity to create a new future for ourselves, to imagine and dream of a future. Our thoughts and feelings draw our outer experiences. Friends, I would like you to step in to a new future. I'd like you to be excited about the possibilities. Come on, friends. I want you to affirm your goals, whatever they may be, as if they're happening to you or happened. Come on, dear friends. Affirm your goals with excitement that they're happening to you or happened to you. And as your goals have happened, I'd like you to imagine and dream of the future experiences. What choices are you making in this new future? Come on, dear friends, I want you to be excited. Whatever clearly you can think and whatever you can emotionally dream with heightened feelings, the stronger you're sending the signal to the quantum field. What are you doing with all that abundance of success, wealth, health, relationships, wisdom, knowledge? Come on, dear friends, I want you to step in and dream of that future. Live your mind movie, rehearse it, dear friends, every bit of that future. Live it as if your goals have already happened, dear friends. Come on, dear friends. You are the architect of your future. This future already exists in the field as energy. Come on, friends, I want you to feel that experience, live it, dear friends. Let that emotion flow and then be felt in every cell of your body, dear friends. That joy, that confidence, that love, that kindness, that pride moment, whatever that may be, dear friends, feel it. Dream, dear friends. Let there be no doubt about this future. Let there be no uncertainty, dear friends. Whatever you emotionally embrace is manifesting into your physicality. Believe in it. Dream, dear friends, dream. Dream of that future, dear friends. Live it fully. Friends, this is for you. The more you feel, the clearer you can think, and then feel greater than your body, dear friends. You're priming your subconscious. You're sending signal to your genes to upregulate and then reconstruct the cells of your body. Come on, dear friends. Do you have a new body? Come on, feel it. I want you to live that experience, whatever that may be, dear friends. Come on, dear friends. This is for you. Dream. Shift your energy, dear friends. Move into that new future. Become that new you. Dear friends, how do you want to feel? How do you want to act? How do you want to think in this new life, dear friends? Feel it. Go into that future. Let there be no limit whatsoever for you. Dear friends, be limitless. That the past has no bearing on you, dear friends. Free from it. Feel the freedom, dear friends, the joy, the confidence of living. Whatever you want to experience, try it. And remember, the clearer you intend, the heightened emotion you feel in your body, the stronger the signaling. Feel more. Feel, dear friends, let this thought and feeling move your body into a new experience. Come on, dear friend, feel. Dream more of the life. Who is benefiting from you in this new future? Feel the joy of helping. Experience that gratitude, dear friends. Come on, how does it feel? The appreciation, the joy. Whatever that may be in your life. Dream. Connect with this future, dear friend. Love it into your life. Let your imagination flow. The seeds for you. Experience it, dear friend. Enjoy it. Relax, dear friends, relax. Every intention, every feeling is energy. Let your body synthesize these energies. Let this intelligent field organize this future for you at the right time and place. You planted seeds of possibilities. Let it go and surrender this future. Let this field bring it into your reality. Be patient about it. You are a co-creator of life. You're here to experience whatever you dearly intend and passionately feel about. The field is always matching your intentions and breaking synchronicities. Recognize and pay close attention as you live your life more mindfully with awareness. The mind that comes out of meditation is always reprogrammed with your higher will and wisdom. Let it guide you into that new future and express gratitude to all things and everyone for helping you create this future. For gratitude means the events have already happened. Your gratitude to your parents, to your teachers, mentors, to your family, friends, colleagues, relatives. everyone in your life. Be grateful to this planet, stars, Mother Earth, the nature, the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom. Gratitude to the technology, all the systems, governments, companies, institutes. Give thanks to yourself and to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this great new life, to create a new life for ourselves. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, feeling with certainty that a new future is unfolding for you in a way that you least expect and imagine. Whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes, welcoming that future with a big smile. Okay, please.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful.
Okay.
Oh, grateful.
Can everybody get up?
So grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Okay, it's okay. She's taking
This
relaxing.
healing, this healing,
What is active can
this
come.
healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank
Switch on
you
the lights.
for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Now thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you
Please
for
come.
this day,
Please come.
Spirit. Thank you for this
Be here.
day.
No problem. You can come in steppers. Not an issue.
This beautiful day. This beautiful day. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna say thank you. Say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna just say thank you now. Just
Thank you. Let's say thank you. Please give a hug and shake hand to somebody else in the room. Shake hand with somebody, hug somebody, smear your energy, spread that energy. This is great here. Yes, madam. Say a few words. Yes, madam.
Wow, what a great session. I visualized a great future here. We're all having a great responsibility. I committed. So while sir is guiding, visualize the future, I visualized a great extent. So many sessions are going to happen in Iowa. So many. So throughout the session, happy tears were rolling in me. I was seeing the future, how kids are going to get involved with us, how medical professionals are going to involve with us. So we have a lot more work. Thank you, Chandra sir. It's lot. It's a lot to share.
Namaste friends. Thank you so much for showing here and giving us your weekend. It was amazing session, Chandra sir. I could clearly sense Chandra sir was inserting energies that hitting us. Those energies was clearly working on us. I could clearly sense that. And whatever we are learning through this, it's not just this life form, that we need to, one thing should clear in our mind. This is not just in this form. No, it will come eternally with us. With the knowledge and the growth we are doing at our soul, that is will be there forever. So whenever, after even going home, you watch this session again and work on yourself. Take notes. It's not just done here. It starts from here now. And we have to work on ourselves. And the one thing is, what I have observed within these 2-3 days, sir, it's time to open up. We should get together. And from, what we can say, the more we will work for the humanity, as you said, like 1 million in 90 years. So we can do that 1 million in 9 years now. That goal we should have. We need to work for the humanity. It's not just me, you know. We need to work for humanity. Yesterday also I got the same message in the meditation, morning meditation. And again, sir is again giving us the message. This is the strong message I'm having in from this workshop. From these 2 days, we need to be in oneness and work towards humanity. Whatever is needed, I'm there, Chandra sir. Whatever seva or community service I can give, I'm always ready. Thank you so much, sir.
I'm really overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed, and
choked at this point. Can I take some time to talk?
Okay. Yes, sir, you would like to express something. How's your meditation and how's your sessions?
I really felt very peaceful, and I felt that I was. I could feel that I am just empty, and receptive to what was flowing in.
Very nice. Thank you. Mr. Kulkarni Garu. Yep. Please come. Vani madam, please come here.
I'm not a good speaker, but we'll talk a little bit. It's manifestation session. I was not expected what happened today. And I was just keep thinking what we talked yesterday, like 5 principle. But when we did it today, I think I was living, experiencing. That was really something amazing. I felt like, and I start feeling already I achieved. Even I don't need to be that or something. I think I'll move naturally in that path. But that was something amazing I felt today, like through the today's what is the session we had an experience perspective, and clearly I can see like thoughts perspective things changing on mind. Like last 2 days, means I did earlier the virtual session versus doing in person. I see a difference on like how things are there. So I really felt like it's really important. It's important people to come and really experience it before, without just seeing, reading, not always give you the actual reality. So I would say in person we should come and more experience it and then make up our mind, or instead of just think or like decide on that. So really amazing. Thanks for the opportunity. These 2 days were really amazing, eye opening for me. I'll definitely look forward to continue the journey. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, it was overwhelming experience. Needless to say, like Dr. Batra, I was feeling empty in my head also. I just didn't know what was going on for a while there, and didn't have any idea what was happening. And then all of a sudden my feet were light, but after that, somewhere in between I fell asleep also. And then I came back straight up, So after 3 hours of sleep last night, that was pretty good. So I think I did okay.
I'm really happy to be here. I definitely feel light, and I really like this last session of meditation also. I could visualize the future, what I want to do, and not just think about it and not do it, just start. It gives me not much encouragement to start rather than just think and not do it. So I think that really will make a difference, and I plan to start things soon. And I really, really like this saying our thoughts and feelings constitute our state of being. That's really important, and that's really is how everything is based on it, definitely. So feeling good about yourself, our good thoughts will progress into doing something important, and makes us feel happy, and gives us more food to think.
Thank you, madam. Anybody else would like to come and share? Pramto, one or two. Yes.
I want to stand between both of you here. The reason I want to do that is a little backstory. When I was preparing for my residency, I stayed with the Sahai family. I was fortunate to stay with them, and I used to follow him and Dr. Anil Sahai, and I used to worry a lot. about the future, how it is going to be, what is the expenses for the college, how I can do things, and a lot of those. I remember Anil uncle, who is no more, saying you're worrying too much. And that is what he also says now. So the reason I'm very, very overwhelmed and choked is I have found my guru. I have found him a couple of years back, and this overwhelming feeling is not because I'm sad, but I have been overjoyed because today he accepted me this morning as his student. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Madam, who am I to accept somebody as a student? You are a master, I'm a master. You are a student, I'm a student. That's how it is. There's great friendship, there's no anything more. I know what you're saying, so go ahead. No.
Yeah, so basically, these last 2 days, though he is staying with me in my house, I didn't really get time to talk to him. The only time I got was last night when we were driving to my house, and this morning driving here. So he spoke to me last night, and this morning he made me meditate at home before we came here. And in the car drive, he said, you need to work on yourself, study more books first, rather than managing people and helping people. Like there's sometimes something reverse that we hear, right? And then he said, he gave me some books names, and he said, I'm going to hold you accountable. You're going to send me updates every day, whether you're reading these books or not. And that is where I felt that it's not just me feeling him as guru, but I found him. Like, I don't want to say that again because he's going to say like I'm not that like so, but you guys got what I'm saying. And with that overwhelming feeling, I sat in the meditation today. And after so many months, like like at the advanced meditation retreat, I was sleeping and I was crying because I was sleeping and not meditating, and saying like I'm on the expensive sleep retreat because not meditating. But today I was fully aware. I was able to connect with my future. It was amazing. However, I definitely need direction on how to take things forward. And that's where I see him, I see you, I see Chandra sir, and I see all of you being able to support and guide me through whatever and wherever we can take our work here in Iowa. I don't have any guidance at this point. We'll just go by the flow.
Thank you, madam. Sir, I don't know your name, but I would like you to come. Yes. Been so quietly helping. So really nice to have a great team member like you in the team.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So one thing I'd say is I've always been a chaser. Like I want to get one thing done, move on to the other one, move on to the other one, move on to the other one. I always need something to keep chasing, right? I mean, think about me as a small puppy chasing a dog. I mean, a ball or whatever, right? So I always want something. I don't know whether I look at perfection, but I want to move on to the next one. So when we've executed, I mean, when we did so many events here in Iowa, I mean, Canada event and India Day event and everything, and then when I saw these three ladies, right, Kiranmai ji and I call them Dee now, right, Anjali Dee, Malaysia Dee and Kiranmai Dee, right, I felt I want to be connected with them, right? So meditation came after that. Meditation is like, when I looked at them, I'm like, it is not going to be so easy to manage 150 people, food, free lunch, free breakfast. I mean, come on, it's not, I don't know whether it's going to be possible or not. And then when I look at their faces, like, they're like, okay, yeah, it is possible. So what I thought was, instead of chasing, right? So the last 2 days, like yesterday and today was like too good. I mean, perhaps the fourth, happiest day for me, right? marriage, 2 boys, probably this day, right? Because I realized myself. So, yeah, I mean, truly, right? So what I felt is rather keep chasing, just stop, pause, breathe, right? And then things probably can happen on its own, right? So thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for that, and thank you, sir and ma'am. It's such a great energy to see everyone, my elders, and thank you very much. I'm really blessed, to be part of this initiative. Now that I am in, I'm fully in. Okay, we are gonna make this super duper better. Thank you. Thank you.
So Ashok and I are dreamers. Like we dream, and like we tell they both are doers. And we told them, hold us back so that we don't fly off,
Okay, friends. So I think we'll conclude here, and then whatever may be. So the 5 sutras that each one and everything is beautifully enhanced through meditation. The recording is there, I believe, of yesterday evening, the 5 sutras. You go back and listen to it and again and again and again. And so until the time they become our subconscious principles. Somebody wakes you up from that sleep and say, okay, what are the 5 sutras? You say, yes, I know what these 5 are. We need to be first know about them. It's knowing to doing to being. We know this, right? It's knowing to conscious mind, to doing to subconscious mind, to being to a superconscious. It becomes one in you. You are always open. You're constantly looking and pulling out all those limitations that are being formed day to day, right? And then you're not losing a moment and visualizing. You are there quietly connected. You're in a garden, you're sipping your coffee, and then you go into your visualization. Why not? Why not? It's there. It's beautifully there as a vision power for others. So energize your cause. Accept wherever you are. Get the fundamental meditation going so you generally get the focus what's required. But accept wherever you are, whatever situation. Be very, very, very grateful. Right? We talked about this. There's some beautiful video of gratitude. I don't have time now, but if you have a WhatsApp group, I'll send you that video, then watch that video on gratitude. You will know how many ways you can be grateful for. When you watch the video, you will know how beautifully lucky you are. No matter what problems that we come with and then we have and we think we have in our mind, right, friends? And so let's, meditation is helping us to develop that great awareness so that we develop all these qualities one by one. But it's just we do our work. We constantly remind ourselves of some of this wisdom and the knowledge. There's no limit to how much we can learn. And then only when you learn, again, it's not a course that you finish off. Okay, I finished a course on manifestation, I go. It's not like that, dear friend. It's only just a beginning. We got to continuously remind of these topics and then continuously learn the same thing through different people. So then we apply in our life, right? So learning is a never-ending process, right? Book after book and listening to classes and people is a never-ending process. Got to happen. And then for sure we'll be connected in the circuit of meditation, right? And we are going to be there. So when you do these 3 basic things, regular meditation is not good enough. Constantly read and constantly stay connected with a group of people like this by joining a weekend class and this and that. Right, friends? So thank you all. As a next step, of course, our team is going to load programs, but I really, really, really recommend, if you've not done a Buddha CEO 40-day program, do it, right? Do it. And because there is so much structure to this program and so many aspects that are basically it's a catalyst and accelerator. It sort of gives you a lot of perspectives. And so then from there you can choose and say, where do you want to go? What direction? What do you want to do? All of that you will gain so much clarity. At least once you must do, and then thereafter you like and do a few times because all the concepts stick in. The second thing is this manifestation program it's a 15-hour program that I generally like to be. It used to be 18-hour program. I cut down to 1 session, but minimum 15 hours, 5 sessions are there. And then we go step by step, and then we play those videos, and we talk about examples and all that. So it is there, and it's a full 2 days that you require. We have done in 2 sessions. The history has been given. And then if you'd like to go, there is a program called Elevate Your Energy, EYEI, in our app. If you go to our app and then subscribe to the program and then do it, 5 sessions, each one is roughly about 3 hours, and then there is a good long meditation. The meditations are longer in there, and they have some lie down segment. It's sort of introduced. So there's a little bit of new concept called heart elevation, and some of those are there. And so do that 15-hour program if you are serious about creating something great, or simply want to explore more deeper meditations and stuff like that. So go through that. The 5 session manifestation program is helping, especially those who are looking for jobs and landing this and business growth and this and or anything for the matter, wanting a manifestation of pyramid and this and that. Go do it. It's worth doing it at your own pace. 2 sessions you do one day, 2 sessions another day, like morning, evening, give some break in between, and then last session do another day, right? Or so something like that you do. But don't take too long. Don't take like 6 weeks to do 5 sessions. Do it in succession, right? One after the other, and then that's how it is designed, right? Up to 6 hours a day, and then another 6 hours and another 3 hours to do it. Okay, that really can help give a lot more clarity of some of the nuances that we couldn't, of course, cover here, but then they will come. All right. So that is the second thing that I would suggest. And what's the third thing? And of course, PMC channels, the great inspiration. They give a lot of knowledge. Life here, life after life, both are required. And so life after life is a very fundamental knowledge, giving clarity about many life situations that are not able to explain here. And so that's required. Your relationships are not that great. People don't give you respect. And your health is just not coming right. You did many things and still are getting stuck here. So why is it so when several others are also don't have the same? The concepts of life after life will explain, give a lot of clarity. And so much just listen to read those books. PMC is always giving guidance. Many masters come and then share their experiences because they read a book of 40 years of somebody's experience, encapsulate and give you in 1 hour. So isn't it good? And so then going to these book clubs and various PMC wisdom sessions, PMC, Pyramid Meditation Channel, English, Hindi, Telugu, all languages, it's the Gujarati and everything, right? And so then PSM, PMC, and then many, many things are there. And Buddhasi, of course, has a YouTube channel, so that also can be utilized greatly, right? So I think these are the 3 things that we do. And lastly, we as an organization are always looking to do programs into your corporates, into your communities, right? So like we're doing a session to Microsoft later, hopefully we're going to get this materialized later next month. But we're always willing to do introductory sessions and then long duration sessions to them in case you would like us to. And I think, sorry, you expressed, somebody expressed that, you expressed, I think, right? Some session, yes. We'll be happy to do. And so reach out to us. Ramesh is there and Kiran Mayi here is our local contact. And so then reach out, and then if you would like a session, it can be online, in person, of course, and online is easy. Wherever we are, we connect. Many, many well-trained Buddhasiya coaches are there. And so then they absolutely are able to give the same level of knowledge with a lot of excitement. And so that is for sure is there. So we'll be happy to do that. Coach program is there. Certified meditation coach program. And if you feel, as in this part of the world, especially when you're going out and want to teach and they ask you to have a certificate, of course, we have a great, great opportunity. And of course, our coach program is a little rigorous. It goes through a lot of tests and practicals and this and that. It is good. It's good to sort of brush up scientific concepts in a way you can present, and all the literature, everything is there. And so those of you wanting to spread meditation or learn meditation deeply, and then many, many people told me until the time they registered coach program, they were not necessarily that serious about learning the concept. When they became coaches, then of course they're thinking now, how do I impart it? And so then suddenly the learning has increased significantly. So that's a great opportunity to look at coach program closely. It's level 1 about 7 to 8 weeks. Level 2 takes another 3-4 months. And so then overall it's about a 5-month journey. But then at the end of it, of course, while you have a certificate from a very well-established university, credible, but at the same time you've got this great feeling that you can impart this knowledge very consistently, right, friends? So there are the few things. And we are celebrating 2 mega events. Mega Meditation Summit. This is yesterday, Narendra ji talked about it, right? Naresh, right? Naresh talked about it. These summits, we just go. We don't compute and say what benefit I'm going to get. You're going to be there in the amid of about 1200 1000 plus meditators. They're all senior meditators all over US and from world they're coming. And our growth, ever since we came into meditation, 1999, Patriji started something called Dhyana Yagam, Dhyana Yagna. And then it changed its names over the year. But then there are a congregation of all the meditators worldwide, and then it came in together. It started with a few thousand people, and then now every year in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, it happens with 50,000 meditators all come together, and then spend 10 days just meditating, just talking to people, exchanging energy, as a feel good, and then be there in it. But most importantly, together we intend for a massive group transformation. That's what happens there. Everybody thinks alike for a great, it's a healing LA, a global consciousness revolution. So it's a great way we participate and then enhance the energies of the world, right? And so we say that our growth happened when we are consistently every year we go, no matter where we are, we make sure our 4 days, 5 days are there for it, and then we do that in Hyderabad. And similar thing is started in United States, and so that's what this Mega Meditation Summit is. And then we say, without trying to compute benefits versus value for money, those things matter. Just go there and be in the energy of those 1,000 people for 3 days. It'll do an amazing shift in our life, right? And I won't ever look at what is that I'm going to get, because the morning meditations are there. Something you will catch, you'll get into it and you'll know it, right? And so it's a great opportunity to look at and plan your travels. End of next month, Mega Meditation Service and a long weekend, so should help us to sort of plan this, right? And then we are going, and I'll be there in Mega Meditation Summit, and we extended our travel here by 2 weeks just to be there with this program, and we want to be in it. And next weekend, the following weekend, that is July 26th, we're doing in St. Louis the Regional Conference of Meditation Leaders. If not at the scale at the Delhi that we've done, but then definitely Padma Shri Karthikeyan is coming, and then we expect about 400, 500 senior people will be there in the room, and then giving them perspective, a scientific perspective, meditations and many things. And so there is a VP, senior VP from BMC Software, and Dayakar, there's Suresh Rao, Dayakar Verlapati, who runs many companies here who practice meditation. There are 2 senior doctors are there. Then of course, Dr. GK is coming. Padma Shri Karthikeyan is coming. So many speakers are there. And there is a professor, who is James Parker from Raleigh, is coming. Who are all practitioners of meditation. They want to share personal experience, not more theory, but instead how meditation transformed them, and then how it's helping the community to get better. So that's the format of that event. And so do join. Whoever can join, become a visionary. You come there because you'll get a lot of ideas, open up and say, how can I contribute? What can I do to the community, right? This RCML event is there. Did you get the link, Ramesh, for the RCML video? Okay. So can you just play that? It's a 1 minute or 2 minute video, so please play that video. So that's what I think are the few next steps for us. So with that, we'll conclude, and I'll hand off to organizers to do whatever that you want to conclude this. We're at 1 o'clock. You are thanking, vote of thanks to people. Like to do that?
Thank you, Chandra sir. It is these 2 days I had traveled across USA, and I attended 11-day workshop in India, Patriji Dhyana Mahayagam. So each time when I went to these type of mega events, what sir is mentioning about something happening in LA, so I have seen so much transformation within me. As sir suggested to Kiranmai, I worked on myself for 3 years. I did all sorts of research, understood my emotions, my thoughts, my feelings. How am I interacting with my kids? I did all sorts of research before I start taking one step into the community. So I would like to suggest everyone to utilize, come forward to RCML in St. Louis. It is only a couple hours drive. So there you can experience better version of, because we have combined here mini Dhyana Maha Chakra and manifestation workshop. and also LA event as well. So thank you everyone for giving us a great support. And with this event, initially, I will, so while I had that thought and commitment of doing mini meditation summit in Iowa, I was looking for the venues. So we all went and saw a couple of the venues. I couldn't even stay there. I felt like, no, this is not the place. As Anjali from Atlanta yesterday mentioned about Dhyana Jagat magazine. So I closed my eyes and I was asking like, universe, show me the right place to have this occasion, the celebration together. When I opened a couple pages, so there I have seen the exact content, how Shirdi Dhyana Mahayagna place was already chosen, how the meditators who are going to conduct the event there was led to that place to choose. Okay, this was a predestined event. So this is already a decided place. Then I did it meditation. Okay, I don't want to go everywhere and see the venue. Please direct me to that one particular place where this event has to happen. So Kiran Mai came to me the next day, said like, I have done business workshop in one of the venue. You please come so we all can go and see. So as soon as I enter into the parking lot, the vibrations were different. Each and every cell of my body was dancing. Then I get into this room. So they were all going around and seeing the other facilities. But I sat here in meditation for minutes. And then I was asking like, is this the place this event is going to happen? I need some kind of signal. So I closed my eyes and there was like a Brahmananda state I felt. And then the tears were rolling. Okay, that is the signal that this is the place. So later on, my organizers team felt like this is a bit expensive. We can go around and can see a better places. Okay, I don't want to like ignore their thoughts. So we went to couple places. I couldn't bear with those energies. Not even in seconds I felt, no, this isn't the place. So thank you all for trusting me, my internal signal, and coming forward and pick this place. Along with that, initially we thought of, since we are serving the sattvic food, what do we do? Initially, like we all thought catering, either from the restaurants. Since it is sattvic food, initially we thought making in HDCC temple. All the vessels were not non-meat, and the priest will cook. But eventually, like one of our meditator, Sarita Saranga, she got a channeling from Krishna, Ma Saraswati, how this program is going to happen. And another master from Dallas called me, let us sit in meditation. So I asked all the questions. So through her, I was getting all the answers. The food to be prepared by meditators should be served with an intention. Do the eye contact to the people, set the intention from your heart, and allowing that signal. The persons who are attending this event, they are also like me, Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma. So set that intention, request them to connect to their roots. Where did they come from? What is their origin of DNA? So set that intention and send that signal in the form of energy. Okay, now we need to cook the food. So we just like a beginners, we were doing meditation across. People are connected, again disconnected. Connected, disconnected. We didn't have a core volunteer group. So again, I sat in meditation. I did like 41-day intense 3-hour meditation. So to build the energies, to build the network, to build the volunteer base. So masters from Minneapolis, they called me when I was having that intention. So they called me and said, could you give us an opportunity to come there, cook and serve the food? So whatever the intentions or the questions I was having, the answers were coming from different places. I was more than happy. Okay, then Anjali suggested, let us also inclusive of our meditators, whomever co-traveled with us, though they are connected, disconnected, let's talk to them. So we talked locally. So they came forward. So now I strongly see that we had a great group of volunteer base. So thank you, everyone. So everything rolled out as I got the guidance saying that food to be prepared, food to be served. Okay, I was looking for the place because there are external masters coming from everywhere. Rather than splitting them and keeping in different places, because they will be building that energy grid and having that sharing, loving, caring, and building that relationship. Initially, I thought of renting Airbnb. Another meditator from Waukees, we just met her briefly. In only one session, we overlapped with her. She said, we are going to India. As I'm not being there as a volunteer to help, could you please utilize my premises, my home to cook, my home to host meditators? So day by day, things were becoming very easy. So initially, we didn't have any funds. But I have that strong intent because I have traveled across PSSM organization, whatever the events we start with zero. So we accumulate funds enough for that event. So similarly, the same thing happened in Iowa as well. So thank you everyone for giving us this wonderful opportunity and be part of Tan Man Dhan. That is a seva. The spiritual service is the highest and ultimate form of seva. And kids also did wonderful job. Thank you all. And Tan Man Dhan. Either you can do the physical form of service, be there, give your physical body, do certain things, how kids are hosting the stalls, how the camera things are happening. So the physical form, all the volunteers are doing. Tan Man Dhan. Dhan is like a monetary service. And then intellect. If you have the wisdom and knowledge, spare that. Spare your time. Spare your wisdom. So in all means we started doing. So with this event, sir, we strongly had a great volunteer base. I am thanking to the universe for sending such a strong intention of food to be prepared by meditators, to be served by meditators. So many experiences. Thank you, thank you.
Amazing stories. It makes it easy for anyone to organize an event like this. Yes, sir. Sit down in meditation, you'll get solutions. That's how most events happen, sir. You sit down in meditation, you'll get your miraculous possibilities show up, and so then things become easy and then things happen. It's not what she's saying. It happens everywhere, and then wherever people are doing these large events, they start that way. There is an unseen force that drives you to go and then start. And then you will figure this out along the way, because life is to be figured out anyway. It's not to be predicted. Predictability brings boredom. Figuring it out means you're on the edge, and so then you are living the moment, really, really, truly. And so that's sort of the idea of what happens when you go into meditation. So thank you really so much, madam, for a very nice rendering of everything that you thought about.
So I would like to share my experience during this journey. Wherever I approach, I never get no. Yes, that's the amazing thing. Wherever we approach, people never say no to us. Yes, we will help you in any mean. When I opened the food sheet, the volunteers jumped, sir. Each volunteer signed up 3344. मैंने कहा माँ इतना मत करो, you cannot do that much, you know, it's beyond your limit, we could say. But no, we want to do it. So the Iowa team also very enthusiastic. They contributed equally, right? We can say, by all means, by all means. So we get now strong team here in Iowa. So thank you so much, and keep continuing your support so that we can bring more and more programs in Iowa and more source wisdom. Okay, one more thing. There are many other organizations. What I have experienced in this journey, there are many other organizations. But with this PSSM, like Maleshwari said, we start from zero. So all those high vibrational energies already activated in this. You just need to dip in and flow, get wet with that energy. That's easiest thing you have to do. So that's why we are encouraging you to please come forward, start your meditational practices. And what we have experienced in this journey, we want to give you the same experience. Life is not hard at all, not at all. You just need to flow. That's it. You just need to sync with that rhythm. That's it. Not hard at all. It's not challenge, no struggle, nothing. Enjoy each and every moment. And that's the life in that moment. So yes, thank you so much. And many things, Chandra sir, I could sense many portals open. Many things you worked on us. Thank you so much. It's beyond words. Energy level work done.
So now, like Ashok, now he traveled with us this 1-2 months. Now he realized that how energy can work than the physical mind. Like he organized so many bigger events for Kannada Sangha. So he was our like guide for like the event organization, all that. So sorry if I sometimes like I took based on the intuitions. So some of those things like because through this journey now he realized that energy, this type of events are different. This is not a regular event. So we started with, we can do with a $0. We can do any type of events. Thank you.
Madam, both meet. Both have to come. His wisdom is important, your intuition is important. Both have to be there. Okay, nobody is higher than nobody, so it's both have to be there. That is very important to be grounded, to see, because you're still doing a material event, so you need that certain experience of that nature is required. All right? And of course, all the knowledge that he had, it's not that he didn't have, it's just, recollect by being part of things to add to an extra dimension. We need him because tomorrow he's got to do 1,000 people event and 5,000 people in here. That's why he's there. Okay, just reminding his capabilities and all of us that way. All right, so thank you, sir, for being there. Okay, wonderful. Yes.
So thank you everyone, and I'm very grateful with all this thing, and we'll hope to do, not hope, like we will do more events. And sir, like you're going to come again and the next visit also, so we can have like a complete 2-day retreat like you did in Chicago or St. Louis in the past, because we want more of this intense session here. And I'm sure like a lot of people now with the word of the mouth it would go and it will happen. Yes, we will. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. And we have the lunch there. Please do have the lunch before. Thank you.
What happens when meditation leaders, visionaries, and policymakers from around the world come together? And what if that one gathering could shift not just personal lives, but empower organizations, societies, and entire nations? This is the Regional Conference of Meditation Leaders in St. Louis, where stillness becomes strategy, where wisdom meets action, and where influential leaders gain the tools to transform themselves and spark change across teams and communities. Listen to life transforming talks on meditation and its all around impact on life and policy design. Learn and practice the simple breath meditation and feel the collective energy. Discover science-backed evidence of meditation's impact. Explore case studies showing how meditation is adapted beautifully across the globe. Forge connections to carry this movement forward.
In this dark tunnel of depression and despondency, meditation emerges as a beacon of hope. It's a north star for enlightenment and a lighthouse when you are in trouble.
What we are expecting is thinking has to be transformed into something better. And what is better than thinking? Feeling, perception. So we need to move on from thinking to feeling. Instead of dissecting with your brain, try to perceive things. And that happens in meditation.
So meditation means mastering my mind, mastering karam indriya, my sense organs, not while I'm meditating, but in action. In a crisis, in a problem, that's where I will know where I have reached in my meditation.
I'm sure meditation can do magic. I don't believe in medications that much, but meditation is the way to go.
Meditation is the way for inner transformation. Meditation is simple and scientific.
Quiet the mind and the soul will speak. Meditation then is bringing the mind home.
Holistic excellence is one that you achieve when you grow across multiple dimensions.
One of the things that happens for a meditative leader is to be able to identify strengths and weaknesses of team members so that you can align them.
We live in an age of stress, and meditation, therefore, is not an option. It is a necessity for each and every one of us.
This is your moment to align to a meaningful purpose. For change makers, decision makers, this is your blueprint for sustained, scalable impact. Because real awareness isn't just an experience, it's a catalyst that spreads. Don't just witness transformation, lead its ripple. Awaken your clarity. Take back proven tools to mobilize meditation within your networks, institutions, and beyond. RCML St. Louis, a movement of mindfulness, a shift that echoes across borders and systems. Register today, start your journey, and lead the inner change in your organizations and communities.